10, Nick Lee. Brings up second down and 8.
Jordan's pass completes to number 18, Jack. And that's enough for a Rebel first down. Yellow stopped in the backfield by number 27, Sam Miller.
Two-point attempt is no good. So with 5:36 to go in the third, the score is Memorial 26-14.
Down to the 2-yard line. That's it up for a Rebel first down. The penalty on the play is going to be a false start against the Rebels. It's a 5-yard penalty, still second down. On the carry, picks up a yard, brings up third down and goal. Ball carried by number 22, Kelly Gordon. That's it up for a Rebel first down. Ball carried by number 45, Connor Cena. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Brings up second down and goal. Yellow's pass completes to number 17, Matt Carney. Picks up 7 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down and 3. Play by number 10, Nick Lee. Brings up second down and 8. Jordan's pass completes to number 18, Jack. And that's enough for a Rebel first down.
27, Sam Miller.
Program number 22, down to the 2-yard line.
2-point attempt is no good. So with 5:36 to go in the third, the score is Memorial 26-14.
Program number 22, down to the 2-yard line. That's enough for a Rebel. First down. The penalty on the play is going to be a false start against the Rebels. It's a 5-yard penalty, still second down. On the carry, picks up a yard, brings up 3rd down and goal. Ball carried by number 22, Kenny Gordon. That's enough for a Rebel. First down. Ball carried by number 45, Connor Cena. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and goal. Yellow's pass complete to number 17, Matt Carney. Picks up 7 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Play by number 10, Nick Lee. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Jordan's pass complete to number 18, Jackie. That's enough for a Rebel. First down. Yellow stopped in the backfield by number 27, Sam Miller. Program number 22, down to the 2-yard line.
2-point attempt is no good. So with 5:36 to go in the third, the score is Memorial 26-14.
Program number 22, down to the 2-yard line. That's enough for a Rebel. First down. The penalty on the play is going to be a false start against against the Rebels. It's a 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Yellow stopped in the backfield by number 27, Sam Miller. Number 22, down to the 2-yard line.
2-point attempt is no good. So with 5:36 to go in the third, the score is Memorial 26-14.
Number 22, down to the 2-yard line. That's it up for a Rebel. First down. The penalty on the play is going to be a false start against the Rebels. It's a 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Anderson on the carry, picks up a yard, brings up third down and goal. Ball carried by number 22, Kelly Gordon. That's enough for a Rebel first down. Ball carried by number 45, Connor Cena, picks up 2 yards on the play. Brings up second down and goal. A yellow pass complete to number 17, Matt Carney. Picks up 7 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down and 3. Play by number 10, Nick Lee. Brings up second down and 8.
Jordan's pass complete to number 18, Jackie. And that's enough for a Rebel first down.
White Pines will receive to start the game.
So White Pines receiving the ball, and we'll look to see who's back. It looks like number 4, Jacob Day, is back to receive. A few great weapons here on offense, and number, is that 19? I'll have to get my glasses here. So again, we'll bring you those numbers as soon as they take the position on the field here. White Pines in the north end of the field to receive. St. Mary's kicking off. It looks like number 12, Mika Cuglietta, is doing the duties for the Knights. So expect a great afternoon of football. Don't forget that we have a game at 7:30 between these two senior programs.
Mika Cuglietta to kick off for the Knights.
Mika Cuglietta squaring off at
19, Adam Hassan.
For the Knights,
Number 4, Jacob Day, back for White Pines.
Hassan back to receive with Jacob Day for the Wolverines. And it's a kick all the way to the end zone. They'll have to run it out to start their drive. He managed to get a nice little return here out to the 10. Breaks a few tackles down about the 12-yard line.
Hassan tries to break a tackle, eventually pulled down. Gets out to about the 12-yard line.
All right.
So it's quite the kick. That one right into the end zone there, and Adam ran it out. So.
And Adam wearing number 19. He was listed as number 24 last game, but in the New Jersey number 19, so we'll be hearing his number called quite a bit. And again, like you said, kick all the way to the end zone, which is nice to see. Usually the senior kickers have no problems kicking to near the end zone, but
first and 10,
nice play by number 12, Cuglietta, for the Knights. So White Pines Wolverines taking the ball from their 12. Looks like Pine at center, hands off inside to number 9, who had a big game last game. Nice carry out to the 31.
Pine gets out past the 30 for a first down. Tackle by number 48, Ian Stubbington for the Knights. First and 10, Wolverines from the tackle for the 31.
St. Mary's Knights. And again, I said 0-2 White Pines versus 1-1 St. Mary's. Is that true? I think I was quoting the senior stats. Were they identical records for the two teams?
I believe so.
Okay. We'll correct that for you if I was in error. Pine on the snap, takes the shotgun, hands off to Pine again.
Pine goes lateral for about 2-3 yards.
And again, working the bugs out here. I got Marquis Strawbridge, number 2, as your quarterback. I think I was thinking about the senior quarterback, Darren Pine, but Strawbridge behind center for the White Pines Wolverines. So
I think it looks like White Pines trying to establish a little bit of a run game, see if they can get a little momentum rolling.
And again, Strawbridge has a lot of weapons, including himself, who's able to run it. He's got a big, tall quarterback, rolling out nicely. Got a man deep. Pass to number 4. Jacob Day is complete. Looks for more.
Strawbridge hits a wide open Jacob Day for about 25 yards and a first down.
Was that just a well-executed route, or did somebody at St. Mary's Knights miss their assignment
with the tackle?
No, I think that was pretty well executed, and St. Mary's is in their base 44 defense there, so I think he got trapped inside just a little bit on the pattern, and they made the connection and made it work.
Nice job by Jacob Day to haul it in and get some yards after the catch. So that brings up a first down about midfield at the 51 of the St. Mary's Knights. So a nice little march orchestrated by Wolverines. And
number 7, Dreyon Busno.
Dreyon Busno, number 7. But again, probably 8 or 9 on the play.
Number 68, Joshua LaPera.
Younger brother of Buzzy Busno, plays for the seniors. You'll see him tonight in action at 7:30. So Dreyon with his first carry, a nice one. Out for about 7 yards, so second and 3. So Wolverines putting together a nice little march here. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 empties out. Hand off inside, number 19. We saw a lot of last week, and looks like he's got another gear. Switching all the way down. Switching to glide inside the 10.
Hassan takes the handoff, gets right outside, goes for about 45 yards. Excellent run.
You know, after watching Adam quite a bit last year, he's one of the fastest kids in the junior loop this year. So he gets that outside, he can make a big turn and make a lot of yards and cause a lot of damage.
That's going to set.
And again, more 24 last week, and had a great game on offense and on defense. So number 19 thinks he can change his number and fool everybody, but they'll be quick to pick up that that's Hassan, number 19. And then, like you say, with that speed, is able to make the corner. Not afraid to run up in the middle too. So a double threat both around the corner and up in the gut. So Wolverines continue the march, handing off to number 7, Dreon Busno. Busno stopped after a short gain.
Dreon Busno,
nice stand by the defense there. Gonna get some tacklers here for the St. Mary's Knights. They're wearing their blacks with the maroon colors, so it's a little tough to
Tyler
spot.
Katie, number 39.
Tyler Katie, number 39, with your help on the defensive
Looks
side.
like 34 also.
34.
We do not have a name on our roster. Someone.
All right. So again, updating our rosters as we go here. Phil Bombako says we're missing 34, if that was the number on the tackle. Strehobridge runs out, rolls out, passes to number 7. Number 7, Busno, able to take it down to the 2.
Strawbridge is a nice little outlet
Could
pass
be
to
enough
Dreon
for
Busno. He's tackled
first down.
somewhere between the 2 and 4 yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he's down between the 2 and the 1 based on the spot. So,
and that would be enough for a first down, which gives him 4 chances from 1 yard out, which is I like my Vegas odds on that situation. So we'll see if the Wolverines can punch it in from here.
Brian Sonic.
And again,
Good
we'd
tackle.
like to remind all our fans
First
that
and
the
goal,
junior loop, they
Wolverines.
play the 4-down football. When we switch to senior, it becomes a 3-down affair like CFL rules. So Strawbridge calls his own number, takes it from the 1. Big dude doing a reach across. Ball is loose. It's out. And it looks like the Knights have recovered.
we do have a flag,
Strawbridge
though.
keeps it, bobbles it.
And
It was
flag
recovered by St.
is on
Mary's.
the wide side of the
But
field.
we do have a flag down.
And if you're a referee, coach, what do you think that one's for?
Offside, I would have to guess,
Offside, we'll wait and see.
against St. Mary's. So that's
Against
going to
St. Mary's.
put them back at the 1,
St.
I
Mary's
guess.
is offside.
So they'll go to the 1 yard line. And of course, a big momentum change that would have been for the Knights, but costly penalty being offside. White Pines thankful to have that back at the 1. And they'll have
There you have it, folks.
3 more chances at that. Or 4 more now with the penalty.
First
It'll
and goal
be
for the
first down
Wolverines.
again.
Yeah, we're right at the 1 there.
First and goal, you can sneeze in from here. And again, with 4 chances, I think Strawbridge keeps. But number 9, TJ Pine, hard runner, so they opt to give it to him. Looks off tackle and able to scamper in for the
Touchdown,
score.
Wolverines! Number 9, DJ Pine.
So pretty impressive drive there for the White Pines Wolverines. I'm sure they're
2
looking
yard
to get a
rush
great
for a touchdown.
off to a great start today, and
We got
that's
ourselves a
that's
6-0
what they
game,
were
point
looking
after
for.
pending.
Yeah, they made a conscious effort to start establishing the run, and then they blended in a little bit of pass there, and got them down the field to where they needed to be and punch it in the end zone. So off to a start.
And of course, using a lot of different weapons there. You'll hear a lot of those names over and over again, but spreading the ball around. Jacob Day, Dreon Busno, DJ Pine, Strawbridge calling his own number, and a lot of different weapons, and keeping the St. Mary's Knights on their toes. So Strawbridge to hold for the extra point. Snap is off. He gets it
Busno's
down,
kick
and number
is up and
7,
good.
Busno,
7-0
Dreon
White
Busno,
Pines.
punches it through. I don't recall seeing Dreon Busno last game. Maybe he was injured or maybe busy with hockey. I know Dreon is, has been a AAA hockey player in the past. So obviously the Wolverines is excited and glad to have him part of the lineup today.
Yeah, and I know over the course of the last couple of weeks I've been hearing that there's a little bit of a flu bug rampant in the schools, and could have kept them away from the game for last time.
Absolutely. So again, St. Mary's with a little bigger lineup numbers-wise than the Wolverines. So that's always an advantage to a deeper, bigger team. But White Pines Wolverines look poised to make a case for a W here today, and off to a great start, 7-0 with 6:42 to go in the first quarter.
You know, I think Coach Bono's going to have his kids ready, and I think Coach Thompson over there, fresh back from law school, is going to be making the offensive calls for them today. So it's going to be interesting to see what they start with, or if they get to the run or try to air it out.
Now, Coach Thompson, is he a St. Mary's alumni? Or?
He sure is.
Yeah. First name?
Chris
Chris
Thompson.
Unfamiliar with that name, but obviously trying to make his mark here on the coaching ranks. Doing the OC jobs for Coach Bono. And who's back there? We got a single back deep. Another one joining. And again, as I mentioned earlier, these junior programs, sometimes personnel, we calling on guys and yelling at them to get out on the field. I can't see the number of the returners. Looks like 45. And
picked up by number 26, Alexander Orazzetti. He's hit almost immediately.
Alexander Orazzetti returning for the Knights. Almost
Jacob Day with a great
short return, but
first and 10 St. Mary's Knights.
Rendelbeck also back to receive that punt, but or kickoff rather, but looks like they'll have the ball on about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Jacob Day making plays on both ends of the field so far today, so it's nice to see the kids contributing.
Yeah, that's what they do is they'll play both sides and even special teams, so three-way players sometimes, and takes a young man in good shape to be able to withstand that kind of beating and abuse, but these guys are gamers and everybody wants to play and play often. And, ball on the ground again.
We do have a fumble on the play.
All right, so White Pines players indicating they've recovered it. Obviously, they're trying to convince the referee, and we'll see who comes out of the dust. And hopefully for the St. Mary's Knights, that is that rust that they're blowing off here, and they'll settle into their game plan as the game goes on. But those are those mistakes that are made at the junior level that can be very costly. But like I said, it's early in the game,
so
and there's lots of room.
Handoff and the ball, it looks like Hunter Jackson ended up coming up with it.
Hunter Jackson, number 23, with
Second
the recovery after
Mary's.
the fumble. So the St. Mary's Knights retain possession, which is a fortunate situation for the Knights. Alex Hayes at the wheel, number 7. Second and 8 rather, after a gain of 2. Hayes pitches it out to 33. 33 is Diego Garcia.
Pitch to Garcia, number 33, Diego.
Looks like we got another flag on the play as well. Looks probably
Potter.
close to the
we do have
offside
a flag
variety.
down at the 30-yard line.
And Diego looking to get to the corner, and the White Pines Wolverines doing a nice job to tell your defensive ends to contain and try to push it back in, string it out to the sidelines, going east-west, and wait for your support, and they did a nice job there. We'll see what the penalty is, but limiting the Knights to a couple yards gain.
Yeah, it looks like the penalty's going against St. Mary's, unfortunately for them.
Yep.
Going to have to regroup and get ready to play.
So Benjamin Potter talking to the referee and accepting that offside. So they're going to back him up. Declined that penalty. So now
they have it offside on St. Mary's. It was declined. It'll be 3rd down.
Was there not a gain on that carry? Anyway, they took the declined the penalty. So
yeah, I think he stretched the field out pretty far over there. I don't think he made too far progress.
Okay. I thought they'd spot him forward a couple, but they declined the penalty and take it down away, and now it brings up 3rd down. So hands off. Over tackle, cuts it back in. 23 is Hunter Jackson with the carry.
23 Hunter Jackson with the carry. Cuts
a few yards, but not enough for the first down.
Tackle by number 6, Benjamin Potter.
Be short by 2. And you hear tackle made by Benjamin Potter, number 6. He had a great game last game. Many tackles on the defensive side.
Gain
so
of about 6 yards. Sets up 4th down.
Well, it looks like St. Mary's is going to go for it and challenge the 4th down, see if they can get that first down.
We talked about that last night. If you have confidence in your punting game or your kicking game, and obviously they're electing to risk it. And high snap. Ball is picked up by number 7. And ball is kicked into the end zone. I'm not sure if that's legal, but we'll see what the ruling is on the field.
Touchdown Wolverines. High snap leads to a bobble.
So
number 7, Dreon Busno.
7.
With the scoop and
Busno
score.
having himself a game so far. Able to fall on that in the end zone, and it was an interesting play after
for White Pines.
Alex Hayes tried to reel it in. High snap, was unable to. Ball came, hopped right up to Busno. He bobbled it himself, kicked it into the end zone, which I thought would have been blown down right then. But 7 ending up on it in the end zone, and looks like a touchdown their way. So they'll be on to attempt the extra point. 13-0 early here. Great start for the Wolverines. Not exactly what the Knights were looking for, but again, lots of game to play. Strawbridge to accept the snap. And Dreon Busno to add to his point totals today. And the punt is up, and it's, or the extra point rather, is up and it's good.
Kick is up and good. 14-0.
So a little bit of excitement, a little razzle-dazzle, a little fumble-rooski, a little chase the bean.
Yeah, it's in that developmental stage, right? Snapping is it's a unique skill set, and I'm sure Coach Bono's going to work with him a little bit over there, and they'll get things back under control. But like you mentioned earlier in the sportscast here, that they were getting off the ball a little jittery, so we're going to see if they can settle down and get back in there and play some strong football.
And you know, that's the job of the offense coordinator, the coaches, taking their boys over to the huddle on the sidelines and to relax. You know, it's a big game, but still lots of time left. 13-0, 14-0, we're down, but you know, lots of time to come back, and then you count on your quarterback, Alex Hayes, to settle the boys in the huddle and just say, okay, we know what we do. We trust the process. We been prepared all week for this, so let's get back to business. And I'm sure that the Knights will settle in and mount a little comeback here and give the Wolverines a little fight. But I think if you're the head coach for the White Pines Wolverines, you got to be thrilled with that set of downs and experience on first quarter here.
Well, I'm sure Coach Boudreau's ecstatic over there right now. You know, first quarter, and you can get out to a 14-0 lead. Sure makes a big difference in junior football and senior football, for that fact. So I think they're off to a great start, and I'm sure St. Mary's is going to come back and match some intensity here.
And again, back for the Knights. I think we'll have Orzetti again. And 45, Randy Levesque was the one. Levesque turns to the right, runs
45,
up, chased down by 11, Damon Belanger.
Tries to get to the outside. Tackle by number 11, Damon Belanger, but we do have a flag.
Another flag on the play, so.
I'm not sure what the second one's for, but the first one definitely is offside on the kickoff here. It looked like DJ got a little bit of a running start on his teammates, and the kicker didn't get that ball up fast enough.
Cheaters, eh? And of course, that's excitement when you're on special teams. Coach puts you in. He says, just missile down that field and hit the first guy you see. And obviously, one of the Wolverines a little overzealous, jumping the gun, and
offside.
See what the other penalty is.
We kick the ball 5 yards back.
So they're only talking to the St. Mary's Knights, so I'm assuming that it'll probably be just the one penalty, unless they was another infraction.
Green, penalties decline. First down.
So St. Mary's Knights electing to decline a bunch.
So penalty decline. St. Mary's will get the ball right where the tackle occurred, and that'll be 1st and 10.
Eliminating the chance for another return. So obviously the coach deciding that 40 is a good place to start. 35 rather. 34-yard line is the line of scrimmage for the St. Mary's Knights. So again, a great big start here for the Wolverines, and St. Mary's to come out and see if they can put up some points and trim this deficit of 14-0 with 3:35 to go in the first quarter. We'll hand off to the left, over tackle, ball carrier.
Alex Hayes' handoff to Hunter Jackson.
Hunter Jackson, 23 with the carry. Only a gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Solomon Ward with the tackle for White Pines.
Solomon Ward on the tackle for White Pines.
Sets up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. They give him credit for 3 on the carry. And again, the White Pines defense rolled up pretty tight. Toss outside to 33, makes a nice burst to get around past the line of scrimmage.
Another
couple of yards. 33, Diego Garcia on the carry.
21, Preston Johnson in on the tackle.
There's a flag thrown there. Could looks like a potential objectional conduct.
Diego Garcia with the run for St. Mary's.
Preston Johnson, 21 with the White Wolverines. White Pines Wolverines on the tackle. And again, you mentioned a flag. Usually after the play is completed, good chance of objectionable conduct or unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll wait for the referee. And who's our referee tonight? Is that Grevy?
Yep, Coach
Grev. longtime referee and official, following his days of coaching and playing, discussing with Strawbridge.
Or you can decline.
And White Pines have a choice, and
Contact, dead ball foul. First down, back 10.
they're going to back up the Knights 10 yards after the objectionable conduct. And that's a dangerous one because the offending player, if he gets another objectionable conduct, is subject to a game suspension for the following game. So at St. Mary's Knight will have to rear it in there. And,
I'm sure Coach Montefiore will have a little chat with him after the game. You know, emotions get the best of you sometimes. You just got to learn to control them.
yeah.
And a little bit of momentum killer too. You know, they made the first down and then they had to go back, and now they got to earn that 10 yards back again. So.
Slow developing, another run by Jackson, 23. And the White Pines Wolverines defensive line seems to be getting some good penetration in there and not allowing much of the, in terms of holes to be opened up. Hunter Jackson running up against a big green wall, so gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play, but nice job by the Wolverines to snuff out any long gains there. Like you say, you got guys going 2 ways. You got number 7, Busno. You got number 9, DJ Pine. Number 11 out here, Damon Belanger, as defensive back. So a lot of them not getting a break in there, but up to the
Jack,
challenge.
29.
29 is
Pro
Didier.
Gets the line of scrimmage.
Running the ball.
Speaking with the
Led by a
coaches
couple
from
of
White Pines there
Wolverines.
this week, they noted that there's a flu bug going through the school, as I mentioned earlier, and
That sets
they
up
had a
third
few low
down.
practices at the start of the week, but you know, it looks like they got close to their original number, around 30, I think. So
Yeah, and you know what? Obviously, in the football season, you're subject to some injuries and stuff, but with the old flu bug rears its head, and there's not much you can do. And some of these kids have been off of school, and if they can't make school, they obviously are unable to play football. So hopefully they're feeling better and back and helping their team coming up. Number 11 turns the corner. Let's see if he stays in bounds. Look, Crotch back. Able to get out
Number
inside
11,
the
Ken
35.
Contalanton.
Cameron
Good for
Contalena with a
about
nice
35,
scamper
40
there.
yards and a first down. Excellent run.
terrific run. He got into his lane and he got outside it and he got up the field pretty quick there.
He's eventually brought down by DJ Pine. It'll be
A
first
little worried
and
as he
10.
tiptoed down the
From the
sideline.
39
He
yard
was going
line.
to touch the stripe, but able to stay in bounds, cut back, gain a few extra before number 9, DJ Pine, took him down with a couple of other Wolverines to help. But big gain on the play. Ball at the 34 of the White Pines Wolverines. So St. Mary's able to set the momentum here and establish a little offense. We got a full package here, quads right or left, but 7 runs away from him. So Alex Hayes looking to run. Tucks it in and runs
Hey,
for a
rolls
couple.
out right.
Looks like a gain about 6-7. Nice job.
He's eventually run out of bounds.
An interesting play decision there. He got quads left and then rolls out
Preston
right.
Johnson in
Almost
pursuit.
on a naked. Didn't see anything downfield, so was able to pull it in and gain a few yards. So
Yeah, I think they were trying to run a little bit of a drag across the middle there and hit somebody coming across from the
That
opposite
run was
side.
good for 5 yards from Alex Hayes.
Got caught up in congestion up in the
That'll
middle of
set
the field.
Second down.
Didn't make it there.
So some great wrinkles, and nice to see that the St. Mary's junior offense is similar or mirroring the senior play, because I've seen those plays in the senior loop and with the quads left, and we might see some more of that tonight in senior action with these same Wolverines facing the Knights at 7:30. So hope you can join us on Saultsports.com, your home for Sault Ste. Marie High School football. Easy for you to say. Pass incomplete by Hayes. Nice
Pass.
rollout. Had a man.
Planting
Threw it a
complete.
little low. Pass intended for Jackson, I believe, but we'll get you some more numbers as we carry on with the game here. Ball to the 26, it looks like. It's at the end of the first quarter, so they're going to flip the table here, and we're going to head back to the south side of the field at the Fott Fieldhouse here at Superior Heights. So a good first quarter. Anticipating much change here in the second, Coach?
You know what? I think St. Mary's is starting to get back on track to where they want it to be, and we're going to see if White Pines is up to the test and make sure that they can do their part and try and stymie the comeback here.
Yeah.
Pass was intended for
And obviously when you got a depleted lineup or smaller lineup than your opponent, it's nice to get off to a good start and play in advance or forward of the lead with 14-0 for the Wolverines leading these Knights. But of course, like you mentioned, Knights seem to be rolling a little bit on offense and hoping to continue this march. 29, I thought it was the 26-yard line, but they spotted here on the 20. 29 here, so I think we're going to have an adjustment, but wait and see if the referees will.
Yeah, we're spotted on the we're on the 29, so I think we're okay.
Okay, I thought it was okay. Yeah, you are correct. I got confused by the first down and distance markers. So it brings up third and about 4 or 5 yards. Another bobble by number 7, Hayes. Looks like he's throwing to nobody. No flag on the play, although there's no eligible receiver down there. But nice job of Hayes to get it away instead of taking the loss. So got away with one there, but that'll bring up 4th down. So decision time for the coaching staff from 29 yards. I'm not sure what the kicking game is for the St. Mary's Knights, whether they got a field goal in them.
Well, it looks like we had a 5-person swap out there, so it looks like punt team is in. I would assume that's a pretty far field goal for a junior player, so we're going to see if White Pines can pin them deep, get them pinned deep, and see if they can run it out.
And looks like it's a 12. Micah Cuglietta for the Knights looking to punt. And of course, like you said, if he gets 30 yards, drops it into the end zone. If Wolverines are unable to run it out, that will score 1 point for those St. Mary's Knights. So,
well, Coach Bonforne is going to have to call timeout. They're 1 short on the line, so that would cause a penalty. Good call on the coach's part there, catching that.
And again, as a coach, those are things that frustrate you, especially early in the game. You haven't got your substitutions in yet. All week you've been practicing those 12 guys, and you yell out punt team, and somebody's out having a.
Okay, we have
a break.
Timeout. 11:29 remaining. But concessions are open.
You get 3 timeouts rather each half. So Coach Bonferro will use his first one at 11:29 to go, and hopefully on 4th down, St. Mary's will be able to muster their first points of the game. And Alex Hayes looked like you said, even though that drive has sputtered, it looks like Alex Hayes settling into his own here and delivering the ball. Knights doing a nice job of running the ball. Like I said, it stalled there, but slowly getting back to their original game plan, and you can expect a pretty close game here.
Yeah, I think he was getting ready to roll out to the right. I'm not sure if somebody missed an assignment on their route or not, but he was definitely rolling out to the right, and there didn't happen to be a receiver in the area, so he had to get rid of it and make the smart decision.
Mm-hmm. So 4th down, St. Mary's has their personnel here. Micah Cuglietta to punt. And there's a fake punt I was going to suggest, but I didn't want to jinx it. 48 with the fake punt. Marquis Strawbridge had nothing to do with that. 48 is Ian Stubbington, I believe.
Gets his number called. He gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And again, at the junior level, their coach Bonferro may be thinking we don't even have a 30-yard punt, so
with the tackle.
Maybe catch him napping.
That'll be a turnover and down. That'll set up.
So we'll call that a
1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
Broken play. White Pines Wolverines able to defend that. They'll take over 1st down from the 34.
It'll be interesting to see if they get back into that blend of offense here in the 2nd quarter and keep that momentum rolling for themselves.
And you know what, that's a big momentum change when you do your defense. Obviously the offense scores points most of the time, but for your defense to step up and make a stop, and especially when Strawbridge, on the defensive side, now he gets to have the ball in his hand on the offensive side, and I guess the Wolverines will get a big shot in the arm from that one, so we'll see what they can continue with this offense.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't have another player out there again as well, so left them a little short-staffed. Coach Bourgeois had no choice but to call a timeout.
Bourgeois this time calling the timeout for the White Pines Wolverines. Okay. So with all of this happening, we still haven't heard a few of these weapons for White Pines. So Didi Alibi last week was able to, or Alabi, was able to put a few yards up, so we'll have to call his name, number 18, look for him if he is indeed dressed today. But right now it's Marquis Strawbridge leading the way with Jacob Day, DJ Pine, and a few other weapons for the Wolverines, and they're doing a nice job moving the ball, scoring 2 touchdowns, converting both, leading the White Pines Wolverines to a 14-0 lead so far. 11-12 to go in the first half. This time we'd like to remind you that Wendy's, Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials have teamed up with Saultsports.com, and they're going to honor the top athlete of the game every time Sault Sports TV streams their regular and postseason games. So we, the announcers, will select a player from each one of the teams where they will be awarded a Wendy's gift card and a Team Essentials t-shirt as your athlete of the game. So
always nice to see the local corporate sponsors coming in and trying to make a difference with these kids, right?
And of course, and don't forget to support those sponsors. They are putting their support behind these programs and keeping these boys in sports. And these student athletes appreciate the involvement, and we appreciate you supporting those sponsors. So while we got a minute here, as the timeout continues, we'll just talk about some of those corporate champions. The Huron-Superior Catholic District School Board, Northern Sports Excellence, freeze frame photos by Bob Davies, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, Maximus Rose, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and True House Sports Radio. And if you are interested in joining as a sponsor and have your business highlighted on SaultSports.tv, contact us at SaultSports@gmail.com. Looks like play is about to resume. 11-12 to go, 14-0 up are the Wolverines taking over on offense. Strawbridge rolls out, has a man open. Nice pass to Jacob Day, and I will bring it in.
As he throws, pass
number
intended.
36,
Number 4, Jacob Day,
Brian
lands
Sonic
incomplete.
on the coverage.
Yeah, we got flags on both sides of the field and probably going to go with an offside.
All right, so we'll see what that penalty call is, and nice job there by a little scrambled play, but Strawbridge is able to deliver that ball to number 4. Jacob Day just unable to haul it in. So talking to the White Pines captain, so it'll be against St. Mary's. Offside Maroon. First down, and it's always nice to get those free yards, splitting your 1st and 10 down to 1st and 5. Excuse me.
Right after the offside penalty is added on, it's 1st and 5 for White Pines.
And it changes your game plan, your play call if you're a 1st and 10 as opposed to 1st and 5. You probably hit the ground again. All you need is half the distance, so 5 yards to move the sticks, and White Pines Wolverines looking to do so. Hand off inside, 19, next turn around the corner. Nice pursuit by 25, Bo Jeffrey Primo. 19 on the carry. I believe that's
Adam Hassan.
Thank you.
25, Bo Primo, 26, Anthony Alexander, or Orzetti, sorry.
Orzetti on the tackle as well. And Hassan, number 19, with the carry. Nice job getting the ball to the runner by Strawbridge. Again, a few of those center exchanges are a little bit sloppy right now, but that one was perfect. Strawbridge with a nice bomb. Beautiful throw. Tackle by 39.
Strawbridge pass to number 4, Jacob Day is complete, just past
the completion
50-yard line.
Jacob
First down,
Day.
Wolverines.
And a nice ball there. You see the size and strength of Strawbridge as he delivered that ball. Looks like he threw it even off the back foot, but able to zip it in there to number 4. So nice job delivering that ball out to the 50. Brand new first down inside St. Mary's territory. And you normally don't see a lot of that passing, especially early in a game like this. Usually when you're down a few scores, maybe you can go to the air, but nice job by the White Pines Wolverines to mix it up. That snaps it a whole lot better and goes to number 7. That's Busno again.
Hand off to Busno.
Obviously enough fast to get past the first down. Inside the 40 to about the 39.
Cole
and that'll
Primo
move the
again
sticks.
in on the tackle.
Cole Primo tackling.
Another first down for the Wolverines.
You know, you got to hand it to Coach Bujol. He's really mixing it in. There's a little bit of run, a little bit of pass. They're getting pretty successful with it. So They got to keep
We'll
it
have
up
an injury
and
timeout.
reap the rewards. Looks like we got a little bit of a timeout here with one of the injured players down for the White Pines Wolverines. We'll get to that number shortly.
I think it's Busno number 7, but we'll update you that as it comes to us. But good hard hit by Primo, and Busno, the ball carrier, just taking a break. He'll have to come out for a few plays. And as any armchair quarterback knows, when a team is one-dimensional, it's easy to just stop the run or prevent the pass. But like you said, the Wolverines and Coach Bujold making a nice job mixing it up and keeping St. Mary's on their feet, on their heels rather. And not sure whether the backers are to jump in, support the run, or drop off and drop into pass coverage. So every time that Strawbridge has the ball in his hand, you're never sure what's happening. So again, a great play calling by that offensive staff for the Wolverines, and the Knights are going to have to step up here and make a stop in order to get back inside one score heading into the end of the second half.
And Drayden was up on his own power, so it looks like he walked over to the bench on his own, so he's going to sit out the 3 plays and should be back.
Perfect. Another nice ball dropped by number 9. So Strawbridge delivering that ball.
Pass
DJ
number
Pine
9,
just
DJ
unable
Pine
to
falls incomplete. That'll set up second down.
bring it in, but swarm of St. Mary's Knights in there. Had the completion been made at the line of scrimmage, not much of a gain available there, but Bo Primo there. Gabriel Bafano, former student at Holy Cross. Gabriel getting the job done and stepping up, and again, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 39.
Yeah, he was definitely in the right spot there. The coaches had him all prepared for that play for sure.
Yeah. Strawbridge back in shotgun, hands off this time to Hassan. Hassan makes a couple nice moves, but Tyler Cady able to bring it down. Gain of 4 or 5 on the play. We'll see where the spot. Looks inside
Hassan
the
gets around the corner,
35
gets
to
a couple
about
good hard yards.
the 33-yard line. So be short 4 yards for the first down, but brings up 3rd.
Tyler Cady, number 39, with the tackle.
And again, for those fans at home listening and watching the game, okay, we're talking about the inexperience and the jitters and stuff, but when you watch this, it's some nice football to watch. The execution on most of these plays, barring the odd offside and stuff, is pretty polished.
Sets up 3rd down for the Wolverines.
Some of these kids have been playing 4, 5, 6 years, so they are well versed in the game and do a nice job. So beautiful ball.
Oh. What a ball.
Strawbridge looks downfield for Adam Hassan.
Strawbridge had Hassan on the one,
incomplete.
And Marquis
set up
Strawbridge
4th down.
got to stay positive. He keeps delivering that ball into the hands of his receivers. Eventually they'll come down with those. That was just a perfect throw, and unfortunately hit him in the hand. So I'm sure Hassan wants that back, and he'll get more tries like that. But St. Mary's Knights coverage lacking a little bit there. They got to drop out, and maybe the White Pines Wolverines coaching staff will see that deep threat available every time. So.
Yeah, it looked like Emmerich Barker was with him in stride there, but he laid that ball out pretty good. Too unfortunate for White Pines that they couldn't come down with it. So
it's 4th down. Looks like they're going on 4th. Marquis for Strawbridge in the shotgun. Decides to hand off to number 9, and he goes for 5 and then more. So enough to move the sticks. Great gamble on 4th down pays off.
And he gets the 1st down and then some.
And is that a 4th and 5 where you go for it because you're up 14 and it's heading towards the end of the half?
Well, you know what? It all depends on the kicking game and whether you think your long snapping's in control for you.
Heath Desjardins with the tackle for St. Mary's.
I would think it's a field call by the offensive coordinator and deciding whether they could have made the adjustment. So.
Hey, number 9 there, DJ Pine's been running the ball well, gathering at least 4 or 5 yards of carry. So it's nice to mix it up. You throw a pass and wide open, 4th down. Give him the ball. He's able to scramble for 4 and then some. And like I said, Pine this time gobbled up by number 94. Nice pursuit. Nice tackle by Heath Desjardins. Good penetration.
Help for Ryan Gauthier.
Ryan Gauthier with the help.
Yeah, Heath was right in there. He made a great play. Wrapped up, textbook rack up.
Busno's hit for a loss.
And again, we had John Ostrowski last night doing the games, and he's been calling games for 10 years in Thunder Bay and watching that minor league program. And he said he was very impressed, especially at this junior level, at the technique that our players have with the wrapping up and the pursuit and the breaking down. And again, that's a tribute to all the great coaches from SMFL all the way up through high school and on to Sabercats and Steelers. So great football here in the Sioux, as you well know.
Plays both dead. Flags are out.
Broken play there. Looks like probably another offside.
Yeah, procedure on White Pines, I think.
Yep.
Ray coached for a few years.
Ray coached for a few years?
Yeah.
By a few, I think you're pronouncing it decades. So, of course, Coach Ray here, Ray Bazwa, has been joining us in the booth. He took a big pay raise to come up here and hang up his coaching whistle. But obviously, some great success and some championships at these high school levels with Cora and...
I did a little bit of basketball back in the day at White Pines. I was at Wadding for quite a few years, so been around the game a long time, and it's great to be up here, contributing up here now.
Now, I'm a little younger than you, Mr. Bazwa, so Wadding, when you say, what exactly is Wadding?
Wadding was here before it became Superior Heights.
Strawbridge hits a wide open Trafaz.
All right. So
he's tackled just before the 10-yard line.
As Coach mentioned, Wadding rather is the name of the school that was formerly or now is Superior Heights. So on these grounds walked the legend of Ray Bazwa and Lou Melchiori and Andrew Grigg and many other great football players and coaches. So
first and goal, right?
Big shout out to Barry Russian, who also coached at Wadding and Lakeway and a few other places. White Pines, namely, who I saw at the golf course, looks still great and great coach. And big shout out to Coach Russian. Oh, a nice action there, thrown into the quad coverage there. Okay, number 4 had it at best.
Strawbridge tries to get rid of it, falls incomplete.
Strawbridge again, getting the ball to his receivers, but that one fell incomplete into a trio at least of St. Mary's Knights. So
well, it looks like the
second and goal.
The snap woes that St. Mary's had, they overcame theirs, and looks like White Pines has had a couple because that snap pretty much rolled all the way back to Marquis Strawbridge there, and he almost threw it right into coverage, so it could have been a costly penalty they avoided there. So.
And that's number 32, J.D. Boyer at the center, so hopefully he and Strawbridge will be able to get on the same page, and that was a nice snap. Brought into Dreon Busno, who reaches forward and crosses the goal line for a touchdown, White Pines.
Number 7, Dreon Busno gets in for the touchdown for the Wolverines.
Dreon Busno continues his great game.
We do have 2 flags.
We got a couple of flags on the play.
So Coach Grev, or referee Grev, I guess, is
yeah, he's our head referee tonight. Looks like it's going to be on St. Mary's based on who he's talking to. So
calling for the White Pines captain. So I'm assuming we're going to decline that penalty on the hold. Oh, I stand corrected. Back 10 for a hold on the White Pines.
On White Pines, it's a hold call.
I didn't see the number,
that'll
but
back them up 10.
Regardless, that'll bring them back outside, which is a nice break for the Knights. And a great run by Dreon Busno, negated by the holding call. So ball is spotted at the 20.
Looked like it was somewhere in the interior line there, so it could have been one of the guards of the tackles clamping on and getting his hands outside of them shoulder pads. You know, that's an easy call for the referees to spot. Once the hands get outside of the shoulder pads, that's why they always teach kids keep them inside, right? So.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we will have a 2nd and 20 situation, which is 2nd and goal technically, because they'll have to score in order to move the chains or score points. 14-0 your score, 3:24 to go in the first half. We got a huddle for the White Pines Wolverines here.
Looks like they're giving Coach Bonifero a little bit of an explanation as to what was going on and the conversation that referee Fitzpatrick had with one of the St. Mary's players there.
Excellent. And while we wait for the game to resume, remember that there is a game at 7:30 in the senior loop featuring these same Wolverines versus the Knights. So if you have nothing to do tonight, come on out to Sergeant Fott Fieldhouse at Superior Heights and catch some great high school action. Strawbridge on the shotgun, rolls out, finds number 7, Dreon Busno. He breaks a tackle. He might have the corner. He's got to beat one man. 59 with a nice pursuit.
Busno breaks the
Emmerich Barker
first tackle.
Rolls up and after a
Gets
gain
some
of about
decent yardage.
13 yards, 12
Eventually
yards.
tackled by, looks like
third
59,
down
Emmerich Barker.
and 9. Third and goal, so third and goal from the 9.
Yeah.
Emmerich Barker with a nice stop.
Yeah, Emmerich's been involved in almost all of the plays there. He's getting his nose in, getting it dirty, and making the tackle.
But it's another hold against White Pines. That'll back them up 10 yards.
And after that,
And it'll be a
successful
repeat
run.
of second down.
Offside again, so White Pines Wolverines giving St. Mary's a chance to get back in this game and shooting themselves in the foot a bit. Imagine now, with the second down and 30, you might see a little bit of an aerial attack. Or do you just stay on the ground and be happy to go to half with a 14-0 lead, Coach?
From the 30-yard line.
Well, I think based on where they are, a couple of runs, eat some clock up, probably be the smart decision. And try and make St. Mary's come back if they have to in the second half, as opposed to getting them on the board in the first half here.
So 2:49 to go. I'll blow this one in. That's a 3-minute whistle. And White Pines has it at their third, the St. Mary's Knights 30 rather. Hands off inside to Hassan. Hassan looking for some room, but sea of black
Hassan with the ball
stepping
cuts
up
in.
to
He
make the
gets to
stop.
about the
Looks like Barker
25.
again, 76. Dominic Cavalier, who had a big game last week. Mom Laurie and Dad
39,
Carmen
Tyler
in
Kennedy.
the stands here today. Sure watching.
76, Dominic Cavalier.
Young Dominic
With the tackle, we
with
do
the big
have
stop,
an injury
so-
timeout.
injury timeout, number 6. Benjamin Potter take a knee. Doesn't look too serious, but
It's funny you say Dominic. His dad was one of the best sausage makers in Sault Ste. Marie back in the day, until he passed away a few years ago, unfortunately. But nice to see the grandson out here. I'm sure Dom's smiling from above right now.
yeah. And Dom Cavalier in his garage where he'd find him with a couch and a glass of wine.
And a cigar.
Plying his trade, and yeah. Great man from what I'm told.
Absolutely.
And quite a reputation to have, to be known as one of the best in the Sioux. Some great sausage makers and this fine West End here. So again, watching down, smiling. And St. Mary's Knights are also smiling because they're managing to keep these Wolverines out of the end zone. So a couple more stops to do. Third down. I think from here it's 2-down territory, unless you elect a field goal, but you'll have to get a little closer. Strawbridge taking the snap. There's that bad snap again, but he's able to pick it up and get it off. And
Strawbridge has to get rid of it.
ball
Tries to
sailed
get
over
it down
Brian
to Hassan.
Sonak, eligible to
Falls through
Hassan,
his
but
hands.
falls through his hands, and he's unable to haul that in. So Strawbridge looking to the sidelines for the call. I anticipate probably another pass play, but we'll see what the offensive coordinator for the Wolverines has in store. Looks like 7's coming in, whether he's going to run the ball or elect a field goal or maybe a punt. Either way, the Knights are ready in the end zone for whatever the Wolverines are going to throw at them. So,
Well, it looks like he's got the square kicking puck. He's going to attempt that field goal from probably about 33 yards, maybe.
so is that Potter? No, sorry, that's Strawbridge going to handle the spot. And again, that'll be a 32-yard attempt by Busno. I think that's makeable from that range. Bad snap. He's going to have to roll out. Broken player by design. I think that's that big snap troubles they've had. Ball is up. And Hassan able to haul it in. The completion is made
Lands
to the
eventually in the hands of
18,
Hassan.
17, but not enough for the first down. So it'll be a turnover on downs.
St. Mary's will take over on downs.
Well, the long snapping woes continue there, I think.
And again, a little bit of jitters, a little bit of nerves, and usually when the weather is poor, you have those troubles, but both teams falling victim to that. But like I said, hopefully make their in-game adjustments and they will be able to solve that little riddle. But now with the St. Mary's Knights, 2:24 to go, second quarter rather. What's your game plan? Does it change from the outset?
I don't know. I think Coach Thompson is going to try and get something rolling here, you know, gain a little momentum, roll it into the second half. And even before that happens, we got 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. See if they can get something to scrounge a few points up from this first half.
2:24 in eternity in junior football. You did the end around. Looks like the block needs one block. Hunter Jackson able to pick up enough for the first
Hunter
down.
Jackson
Gain of
gets to the
12.
outside.
Able to get outside and
Good
out
enough
of
for
bounds.
first down yardage.
So that's good to stop the clock. Ball will start, or the clock again will start again on the snap of the ball. Ball out to the 28-yard line.
Well, we're going to see what referee Fitzpatrick's called here. You know, the play looked a little bit like he was out of the bounds already, so I think he's going to call the rough play against the White Pines Wolverines, number 4, Jacob Day, because he was out of bounds. And a little bit interesting because the referee on our side didn't make the call, but he made that call from center field. So I guess he saw something that the side judge referee did not see. So.
And referee Biagini, a great player in his day, and obviously he thought that was incidental contact. Little love tap, so he didn't throw the flag, but
15-yard penalty.
15-yard flag on number 4, unnecessary roughness.
Against the Wolverines, that puts St. Mary's.
And that's the way you
their 40 to almost the
love your offense running. 12-yard gain on the ground,
and
add another 15 by virtue of penalty. Now you're out nearing midfield on the 42, and St. Mary's Knights with 2:06 to go. Clock starts on the snap. Pass intended to 33, incomplete to Diego Garcia.
Looked like Marquise Strawbridge there got a little bit of a hand on it, deflected it a little bit, and didn't get ball out to where it needed to get to.
Yep. And I'd like to see the OC for the St. Mary's College go a little vertical here. Those passes to the flats is obviously
unload the ball
great when it works, but we're running short on time, 2:01. We haven't seen the hurry-up offense from these St. Mary's Knights, but at the junior level, it's usually not as efficient as the senior loop. But let's see what the Knights can muster up here late in the quarter, trying to draw within one score. Here comes motion for Jackson. Same pass again, and pass forward, intended for 12, Micah Cuglietta. Falls incomplete again.
This time for Micah Cuglietta.
A little bit rushed, a little bit over his head, but they went back to the exact same play. Obviously, they saw something minus
Looks
the
like
tip. It might work.
For the Knights.
3rd and 10 coming up. So this is the dangerous part, Coach, where they go 4 and out. They give Wolverines lots of time and lots of short field. So they're hoping to get at least 10 yards and move the sticks and take a few more seconds off the clock. Now he's got to get out of bounds. Number 12, Micah Cuglietta, with a nice job.
Rolls out to his right.
And another gain of 28 on the play, 13 on the kick, on the reception, another 15 with a late call. So Wolverines not doing themselves any favors here, giving up some long plays on the pass and then tacking on penalty trouble. So
yeah, you got to think Coach Bonferro's pretty happy with that. They made the completion and they keep getting an extra 15.
Yeah, it's like a cherry on the sundae. And that'll bring the play out inside the Wolverines territory for sure, almost near the 40. So, and up for the first down, like we said. So we'll be moving the sticks, add another 15, and Knights are in the driver's seat, control here, hoping to, like I said, trim the fat, making this for a 14-point deficit a little shorter, a little more manageable heading into the second half. And to refresh my memory, Coach, kickoff.
15-yard penalty.
Who will receive the ball in the second half?
Another first down.
I believe the St. Mary's Knights will.
St. Mary's Knights. So if they are able to score here and get a little momentum, then return with the second half, getting the football and receiving the ball. Definite advantage, even though they're down by a score. Now, I'm presuming that they're going to score here. There's that ball finally pleated forward. Hunter Jackson, I think, heard some footsteps.
Pass to Hunter Jackson.
Had the ball in his hands.
Complete.
Number 7, Dreon Busno, stepping up, breaking up that play before the completion occurs. So
yeah, Coach Thompson must see something over there. He's went to that play 3 times in a row, and you know, if it's there and he makes it, could be springing the guy for a long one on the far side.
And they're not throwing against substitutions or rookies. They're going up against number 7, Drayon Busno, and number 2, Marquis Strawbridge. So it must be something wide open or something that their spotters are seeing. They keep going to the well. Hopefully it works for them. Wolverines obviously trying to answer and stop this late bleed for the
yeah, well, White Pines is in cover 0 right now, so there's nobody back there be able to make a play if they break it, right? So,
excuse me, pardon me. 23 with the carry, Jackson,
Quick
Hunter
little
Jackson.
run for Jackson.
A couple of yards on the play, but not fooled by the Wolverines here. So
Solomon Ward with the tackle.
Solomon Ward bringing the tackle for the Wolverines. So that'll bring up 3rd down. 1:37 to go. Thanks very much for joining us here on Saultsports.com. Don't go anywhere. We got a great finish to this first half. And just a reminder again, at 7:30 tonight, we have the senior Wolverines versus the senior Knights in a Friday night tilt. Alex Hayes directing traffic, getting his receivers out. We're going to quads on the left side like we saw earlier. That's the one where he rolled out right. So we'll see what Hayes got here. He's looking left, man in motion. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
yeah, they took quite a bit of time there. That was almost 25 seconds to get into where they needed to get to, and that was definitely looked like referee Grev had his hand on the flag for a delay of game was coming.
St. Mary's calls timeout.
Coach Boniferro caught it and called the timeout.
1:13 remaining.
And I wasn't watching the clock.
The
The clock wasn't running, so they didn't lose any time off the clock, did they?
Yeah, it was going down.
Oh, it was going down. Okay.
Because they ran the ball in the last time and he whistled it in, right? So.
Correct. So as Coach Bazwa pointed out, they had run the ball in the previous play, so the ball, or the clock rather, starts on the whistle of the referee, and the Knights there losing a couple dozen seconds off the clock, down to 1:13. So again, OC's in, Knights are huddling, hope to find an answer for this one. Wolverines hope to defend and take this 14-0 lead into the change room at halftime. So as I mentioned, senior game going on tonight at 7:30. Come on down here. Beautiful day for football. Not that there's a bad day for football, but sun is shining, little wind, beautiful night. We're going to have the lights on for 7:30 start. Come on down here and support your Sault Ste. Marie High School Loop, your Knights versus your Wolverines. 1:13 to play.
You know, it's great to see all these kids out here and all their parents out supporting them. It's the bleachers are packed already. You know, junior football at its best when everybody's out watching and enjoying the weather and watching the football.
And it's easy when the weather's nice. As the Knights scamper right, you got 23. Hunter Jackson breaks loose, able to get out and out of bounds, which is important.
Tackled by
down inside
Hassan.
the 25 to the 24. And another flag probably in the backfield indicating an offside. Knights hoping it's not against them, but we'll see where the spot. Inside the 25 to the 24. Nice job of Hunter Jackson getting out of bounds too. Breaking a few tackles there, out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Fortunately, that one's going to come back. It looks like it was procedure against St. Mary's, are lined up in the neutral zone, so they're going to have to retry that again after that great run.
And again, those are the ones where on Monday after practice,
5 yards, it'll repeat 3rd down.
You get to do a few more laps, do some hard counts, and get to pay for that one on Monday. But hopefully it doesn't cost the Knights. Wolverines love to back it up to the 45, so 1:04 to go. It says 3rd down. Is that accurate? Replaying the 3rd down from 3rd and 15. Again, Knights looking to set up here. Alex Hayes, empty backfield in the shotgun. So passing down, looks like another timeout. Charge to White Pines this time. So maybe White Pines Wolverines not sure of the assignment or the personnel, so they call a timeout.
That looks like Coach Depot over there seen something in the alignment of St. Mary's that he wasn't had his guys in the right spots for, so made a quick call for a timeout.
And it'd be confusing for a junior player to look back and see nothing but quarterback there, and obviously it looks like a pass when no backs to receive the ball, but man in motion. So coach clever enough to recognize that his guys might be guessing, want to settle them down and give them some marching orders here. So Wolverines hoping to stop this charge by the Knights. Knights still with a big 45 yards to score for pay dirt. So
Yeah, that wind went away for a little bit. Looks like it's picking back up again, and could cause some passes to go a little bit errant.
Yep. And again, a great game. 14-0 is your score. Come on back after the first half and join us for the second. Bring you some more great football action. Hayes back, looks upfield. Number 12's got to get out of bounds.
Nice little pass to Cuglietta.
Cuglietta with deception down to the 21.
Nice little spin move to get a couple
nice
extra
spin
yards.
move to get back in.
4, Jacob Day.
Gain a few
First
more.
down, St. Mary's.
Brought down by 4, Jacob Day, but see if that comes back to bite them. Had a chance to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Let's hope that offense can roll up on the ball and get it snapped quickly. Give themselves many chances as they can to get. Looks like from here they got first and 10, so they'll have at least 4 options or 4 chances, clock permitting. Now they need to snap the ball. Nice job. Get that hurry up offense. Throwing it up. He's got a man. Nice play.
Oh.
Nice adjustment by 19.
Tries to haul it in.
Amari
Excellent
Boateng.
effort on all counts,
Well
but it
covered by
lands incomplete.
16. Covered by number 16, and I don't have a 16.
A number 4 as well for the White Pine. Jacob Day was back there.
Okay. So nice job. A nice adjustment by Boateng, breaking from his defender, but got a hand on the ball, but unable to haul it in. 38.5 seconds, 2nd and 10. And a nice job by the Wolverines to break up that pass. So.
Well, Alex Hayes made a great throw there, and unfortunately the receiver couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, so not being patient, they're going all or nothing here. So throwing deep into the end zone. Hayes now with Jackson in the backfield. Hayes looks up, across the middle.
Hayes,
is that Boateng?
nice little pass.
And can he get
Boateng.
it across for a touchdown?
St.
St. Mary's Knights. So they'll close the gap. 14-6 now. Boateng with a nice crossing pattern.
Valenti
Nice
Boateng
job by Alex Hayes with some pressure.
Away.
Pocket collapses, jumps up
14-6 point after
for
pending.
across the line of scrimmage, able to see Boateng across the middle and completes it for the touchdown. Nice little march for the St. Mary's Knights there with some help from penalty trouble from the Wolverines.
They sure needed that for in the first half on a with a score and getting some points, and only down being 1 score after this. So
yeah, and provided they convert this extra point, the hold is number 7, Alex Hayes, and I'm assuming they're going to go for a single here. No need to march 2, get back to within 7 points, which is a converted touchdown. And that'll take him to the half as number 77 scampers out. Too many men, but able to get out in time. That extra point is blocked.
Marquis
Nice rush by
Strawbridge
number 9.
blocks the point after.
Number 2, Marquis
14-6
Strawbridge with the
White
block. So there's your 8-point lead. 14-6. Wolverines still lead. 28.2 seconds to go. St. Mary's will kick off to the Wolverines, and never know in this junior football. We've seen some long kickoff returns. Maybe Wolverines are able to get into a kicking position, a field goal maybe, or even take it to the house and extend that lead back again to 14 plus points.
well, you know what? St. Mary's got into that aerial assault, and they made a lot of great plays there. And White Pines shot themselves in the foot there on a few of the bad penalties that they took, but and then athletes making athletic moves. So that was a terrific catch. And then on the extra point there, Marquise got himself in a great position to get up and swat that ball away and make the deflection to block that kick. So.
And when the Knights drive starts at the 30, they've got to go 80 yards. They make 80, but 40 of them are given up with penalties. So they did have to work for you. So the Knights saying thank you for that last-minute drive in the half. But like I said, we got a little bit of ball left to play.
If you're Coach Bonifero, you got one of his candid trick plays here coming up, potentially a little bit of an onside or a little pooch kick here over the first row.
And again, I imagine that Wolverines have been told about it. Number 7, Dre and Busno on the one side. 16, we got to get a number 4.
Nope,
sure hands, but he drove it deep. And they're going to make him come 100 yards. Hassan on the return. He's got a spot. He breaks a tackle. He's got to get the corner. Nice pursuit.
If he gets this corner, he could be gone. He's a pretty quick
but
kid.
he's a quick kid. 45 chasing him down the sideline. Number 12. He
Oh,
drops
he
the
dropped
ball. Ball on the ground. 16 recovers.
Breaks about
Hassan
3
with
tackles.
a nice return, but somebody
Gets it all the way
stripped.
down to the 40.
Number 12.
Ball pops out, but it
Mika
remains White
Cuglietta
Pines
strips
ball
the
with
ball, but
9.8
White
seconds
Pines
left.
Wolverines, number 16, able to
Number
jump on
12,
that.
Michael Cuglietta eventually
Continue the
helping
drive.
to make the stop.
And again, you mentioned, Coach, how fast Hassan is, and made a few guys miss. Some nice coverage downfield by the Knights, but able to get to the corner and turn it back inside the St. Mary's Knights field zone to the 41.
Well, they got about 9.8 seconds to try and do something here and see if they can.
And I think you put the run away and go to the pass. You might get 2 plays out. You got to direct it towards the sidelines in case you don't get the full jailbreak to the end zone. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, and they do the handoff inside. So my days as an offense coordinator are done. Maybe they're just happy to run the clock out and go up with a 14-6
Nice
lead.
little run.
Especially after a fumble on
By
the
DJ
kickoff
Pine.
return. Maybe you're a little,
Katie on the
little gun
tackle.
shy. Katie with the tackle, number 39 for the Knights. So 4.4 seconds to go. And in this high school loop, the clock will start, run down to 0, and that'll be the last play of the game,
We're going to have an injury
barring a
timeout
penalty.
with 4.4 seconds left.
And number 19, Hassan, looks like he's taking a knee.
Yeah, it looked like he got rolled up a little bit on that long run back, and he walked back over, and he was favoring it a little bit, and now he just went down.
So 43 for the White Pines Wolverines. Ty Walls looks like he's coming in to replace 19. And of course, the Wolverines and Ty Walls, X-man up mentality. One guy goes down, gives a young guy, looks like Walls, a rookie, or the backup anyway, and getting a chance, and maybe he gets the ball and writes his name in the records books here with a 36-yard run to pay dirt. But looks like 19's off under his own power, a little bit of a limp, but get some ice at halftime and come on back for the second half. And we hope you come back for the second half here on Saultsports.com and True House Radio. Glad you could join us to support this St. Mary's White Pines Sault Ste. Marie High School Football Junior Tilt. 4.4, that's the last play of the half. Another rough snap. Marky Strawbridge being chased by 3 Knights, drops the ball. You better put it away and call it a day. And that's the half.
Strawbridge
25 on the chase. Bo Primo able to stop him.
Clock runs out.
And again, there's that broken play. Tough
That's
snap.
the half, folks.
Number 2, Marquis Strawbridge able to get out of bounds, ending the first half with the
We're gonna
White
put,
Pines
10,
Wolverines
12
leading
minutes on the clock.
14-6. We're going to take
Give
a
yourself
10-minute
a
break
break.
here at
Have some
Saultsports.com.
fine
We're going to come
refreshments.
back for the
Come on
rest
back
of
and watch
this
some great high school
wonderful
football.
junior football
action.
between the St. Mary's Knights and the White Pines Wolverines. Why don't you join us then? See you in 10. gentlemen, welcome back for the second half of this heavyweight tilt between the Junior Knights versus the Junior Wolverines. I'm Scott McPherson. We're here with Ray Bazwa doing the color here, and we've got a great second half in store for you here. Right now, the White Pines Wolverines lead those St. Mary's Knights 14-6 after a late drive by the Knights to close the gap to 8 points.
Out comes Coach,
we were talking during the intermission about what to expect in the second. Give us a little share on what you see.
You know, I think White Pines is they're going to be on defense to start, so they're going to try and mitigate what St. Mary's had rolling in the end of the first half there, and then they're going to get back to see if they can get their running game going, I think, and see what's going on here. I think we're going to see White Pines with the kick here, a little bit of wind, see where it goes, and we're going to be down to business.
All right, so we're underway here in the second half. We got White Pines kicking off, as the coach said. Nice kick, intermediate, bounces up to number 29, I believe. Nice return.
JJ Pro Didier.
Pro Didier with the return, about 53. You always hate those intermediate kicks because your blockers are usually there with their big hand pads and mitts on. So nice job by Pro Didier to haul that in and scamper out to the 53-yard line, which where the Knights will take over.
You know, we always, as a coach, and we spend a little bit of time in the junior programs, and you know, they're trying to get them to field those in the air as opposed to letting them hit the ground, because you never know once it hits the ground where it's going to go.
Because if the ball were around, it would be nice and easy bounce. As you know, football not round, never sure exactly where it's going to end up. So
another bumbled snap here.
And again, 23 Hunter Jackson able to pick that ball up. Flag on the play.
Jackson.
Maybe a loss of one on the play, but we'll see where the flag comes in. And again, there's that center quarterback exchange. And Jackson able to pull it in, but after a loss of one. And again, Coach, you remember way back in our days playing when it was foreign to see a quarterback in a shotgun formation, because, especially in Sault Ste. Marie, late in the season, you couldn't expect this nice weather, keeping the ball dry, and that center quarterback exchange is a tough one. So
that'll back St. Mary's up to the 43.
Where do you see that shotgun formation setting up as we move on in the season?
Well, I think it's really evolved. You've seen a lot of it in the even in the NFL and in the pros at the CFL level. You know, that under center kind of got away from it a little bit, and they're making it work. So here we had him under center, and he made a big run here. So they got a lot of those yards back that they got to put on the penalty.
A beautiful run around the corner.
Nice job to do some mixing and matching to under center into shotgun formation.
Number 11, David Belanger.
Formations in the backfield with the backs. Nice job there by Jackson. Didier Pro Didier out there with a nice block, 29 to spring Jackson. Looks like enough for the first down. They'll spot at about the 47-yard line inside White Pines territory. Enough for the sticks to move. So
nope, not enough. Looks like a
couple
of inches short here, I think.
Okay, so my mistake, second and inches. So it looks like under center. Looks like 23 again. Has trouble hanging onto the ball.
Jackson rumbles, hit by Hassan.
Corrals
taken
it.
Down. Good for both.
Tackled by Hassan, but after an 8-yard gain, enough for the first down now. So.
Yeah, Adam Hassan got out there. It looks like his leg's good from the first half injury, and got out there and made the tackle on a good run.
Yeah. And an interesting call there on second and inches. I would have expected the quarterback sneak, especially with the quarterback under center there, but all they needed was inches, and managed 8 yards, so enough to move the sticks and bring up first and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Well, it looks like Coach Thompson is definitely trying to get them on the outside, and that's where they're gaining the ground here. So,
sweep. Pitch out to the corner. Hunter Jackson running out of real estate. Gain of 3 on the play, but forced out by number 32 for J.D. Boyer.
Johnson.
And 21, Preston Johnson with the assist on the tackle for the Wolverines. So, and again, looks like the outside is where the Knights are going to live and die. Of course, happy to get the ball back first in the second second half here. White Pines hoping to stop the forward progress. Hayes under center here. Full house backfield. Another pitch out to the outside. Jackson ahead to block. 33 running forward.
33, Diego
Garcia for a gain.
An excellent run.
Looks like Coach Depot for the defensive coordinator for the White Pines Wolverines called a blitz there, and it got through the wrong hole because they were already outside and moving the ball. So.
And again, those are the adjustments you make in the game, watching and getting information from your spotters. St. Mary's been running a lot to the right. Was that blitz on the left side?
First and 10,
yes,
St. Mary's.
So for sure.
So hopefully they make those adjustments. And now, as soon as I say that, Hayes rolls out to the left.
Hayes rolled out
to 29.
Pass intended for Pro Didier.
Pro Didier, the intended receiver on the play.
Strawbridge.
A nice ball, but
Times
the outstretched
knocks
hands.
the ball a little bit, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I would expect Coach Thompson here to get back to outside running right away.
And that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10 from the 40.
Looks like White Pines come out a little bit flat-footed here in the second half and need to get back up on them toes and start making some plays.
Again, 7:28 to go in the third quarter, but these guys, some of these players have been running both sides of the ball, including special teams, so fatigue going to play a factor
hard run
down the road in the fourth maybe.
Yeah, another hard run there by number 23, Hunter Jackson, right up the
Preston
middle.
Johnson.
And we ran down for Wolverines.
Solomon Ward with the tackle. It is a first down for St. Mary's. But we do have an
training staff will come out to address the injured Wolverine. And that looks like that brings up first down, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, first from the 15.
Move the sticks, 1st and 15, so inside the red zone. And this is where the Knights will hope to capitalize. Now, Coach, with a 14-6 score, if they manage to get it into the end zone, and we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but still 15 yards to go. Do you kick the extra point, make it 14-13, or you do the 2-point conversion to tie it?
You know, I've coached with Coach Bonifero and against Coach Bonifero over the years, and you know, played a few years of touch football with him as well. Would not put him past him to go for the 2-point tie.
And you know what, there's a formula too for the pros in college football use when you're down and in those situations.
No, it's early yet, but you know, tying the game up gives you a little bit more of a momentum boost, could put you right back into the game too, right? So.
Yep, absolutely. So number 63 for St. Mary's doing the snapping duties. That is Landon Sorrenzia. Looking to snap to Hayes under center. Nice bit of a broken play. And number 11 with the carry, Cameron Contalainen bumps into Hayes.
Cam Contalainen with a good hard run.
Runs forward a bit.
And DJ Pine was in there as a backer, making a tackle right on the line.
So not much of a gain, if any, on the play. We'll see where the spot is. Still about the 16, so might be even a loss of 1 on the play. So White Pines doing a nice job of bending but not breaking here, but Knights hoping to pounce here on 2nd down and gain some yardage. Hand off inside to Hunter Jackson, breaks left. Nicely met, number 18 for the Wolverines. Didi
Jackson with another good run.
And
tackle by committee.
55 also in on the play. Lawrence Solomon Ward helping with the tackle with Alabi. And
Solomon Ward again.
Forward about 5 yards inside the 10 to the 9, maybe 2nd and 4.
Should be 3rd, I believe, Scott.
Oh, sorry, now they're rolling forward.
They had that loss on the first play, and then they made that nice run there.
Absolutely. So young officials rolling the sticks for down and distance. We've got 3rd and 4, as the coach mentioned. Hayes handing off. Nice job by Wolverines to
Jackson gets to the outside, gets
allow
inside
a few.
the
It might be enough for the
He's tackled by Hassan.
First down. Hunter Jackson doing a nice job carrying the ball.
We do have a flag on the 10-yard line.
Among others in contention for that Player of the Game award, but obviously lots of game to play and lots of people making their claim for consideration for that player of the game. So as we mentioned, that player of the game is sponsored by Wendy's, the Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials. Anytime the Saultsports.com, True House Radio covers these games during the regular season and the postseason, we will be awarding a Wendy's gift card and Team Essentials tee to those athletes of the game in both junior and the senior loop.
Looks like we're going to have first down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Go.
So the penalty is accepted. It'll be first and
St.
goal.
Mary's doing a nice job marching the ball.
Five.
Hoping to finish this off 3 yards, 2 yards from the score from the end zone. And Hayes again under center. Jackson in the backfield gets his call again. And looks like he is in for a touchdown. 23, bringing it to a 1-point game, or 2-point game rather. 14-12, and as we prognosticated earlier, now we get to see whether Coach Bonifero has something up his sleeve.
Well, you know what? St. Mary's had a great drive there. They established the run and they stayed to it. So hats off for the coaching staff for making that adjustment, and now it's a turn for the Wolverines to try and make their own adjustments.
And we talked about it at the intermission that a lot of the drive for the Knights at the end of the first half rather was gifted by the Wolverines, who suffered a few penalties that were costly. That one was all St. Mary's marching down the field pretty effectively, pretty efficiently. And there's that 2-point attempt thrown into the end zone for number 29, I believe.
2-point attempt is no good. 14-12.
Hits the deck after Perot Didier unable to secure the ball. And again, there's that trick play that Coach Bonifero had dreamed up and we predicted might come to pass. So 2-point game, 14-12, 5:30 to go. And just as we expected, some great action here in the second half to kick it off. And now you'll see the White Pines Wolverines trying to march the ball and answer St. Mary's latest.
Yeah, we're going to see what the defensive adjustments they made at the half in the junior St. Mary's loop, and see if the White Pines Wolverines can match the drive, that success that St. Mary's just had, all the way marching it all the way down the field.
And of course, Coach, you know that Monday is film day, and you break down the previous game film from the opponent's previous team. So obviously there's some things that you notice, and then you show up for the game and they might have introduced some few wrinkles, new plays, some different situations and formations. So those changes within the game, those adjustments that you make are super important. That's why your assistant coaches are so vital. We have some coaches up here spying and spotting, and that obviously goes down at halftime and makes some adjustments. So obviously both teams going to be making some of those adjustments. St. Mary's Knights appeared to make those adjustments on offense there and able to make a nice march. Coach Biagini counting the players for the Knights as they set up for the kickoff. Our referee Biagini now. I say coach as I worked with him many years at St. Mary's, but now we're refereeing in an official capacity here. As we mentioned, the Wolverines are getting the ball back. Number 19, Hassan, seems no worse for wear. Back with Jacob Day, number 4, for the kickoff. Here we go. A weird kick into the intermediate zone. Probably no yards. That's 32. Parker Hickey goes down to cover. 44 with the ball for the White Pines Wolverines. That's Ethan Surratt.
Number 44,
able to secure
Ethan
the ball.
Surratt very smartly corrals it in.
And Ethan Surratt
holds on to
great
it.
job to not turn into a scamper.
He looked pretty content to just grab that and get to the ground. That's some pretty smart coaching on Coach Bujold's behalf. I'm pretty sure that he controls the special teams for the White Pines Wolverines as well as offensive play coordinator. So smart play there. Get down, hold on to the ball, and make sure that you don't turn it over, right?
And usually if you're running a 4-4-40, your coach will give you the green light to run back anything that hits your hands. But some of these guys know their role, and it's getting down and dirty and into the mud, and that's a nice job by Surratt to recognize it.
The only time I ever seen 440 was in my car.
Absolutely. So the White Pines take it on first down, march forward to the 44-yard line. So looks like a gain of
good hard run by number 9,
7
TJ
yards.
Pine.
TJ Pine with the carry. Carmen Cavalier again with another stop. So
in on the tackle also.
Well done by the White Pines Wolverines to get positive yardage on the first down, bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it looks like White Pines is going to keep that same philosophy they had from the first quarter. Oh, pretty sure White Pines jumped. Offensive player jumped on that one.
And for those viewers watching at home, if you see a flag thrown and then they blow it dead, it's usually the offensive team. If it's a defensive team penalty, they'll allow the play to happen because the offense could decline the penalty. But once it's an offside on the offensive side, normally you'll see it blown down right away to protect the athletes, and it's a moot point since the play will be dead and brought back. So that's why sometimes the early whistle. So
yep.
2nd and 8 after the penalty, 5-yard variety for offside.
Got to make sure those little penalties don't hurt, right?
Yeah. And again, these officials do a nice job protecting the athletes in unnecessary situations. All right.
Hand off to DJ Pine.
Pine with
He's
the carry.
Tackled almost immediately by
brought down by 39.
Tyler Katie.
Referee B. Genie with his flag on the play. I don't know if it looked like there was a head grab. I don't know if that's what he's calling or if he's seen a hold in on the interior line there.
Anyway, explaining his case to referee Grev, and he calls it a hold against the green. Penalty is declined. So bring up 3rd down. So a gain of 1 on the play. Penalty is declined.
3rd down
St.
for
Mary's elect to push it to 3rd down.
Well, we're going to see what they're going to do here. They haven't aired it out yet in the second half. Could be coming up right now.
Nice rollout, pass to Pine. Pine's got enough for the 1st down, breaks a couple tackles, drops the ball to the mitt.
And he managed to get his own rebound, so.
Hey.
Strawbridge's pass to DJ Pine is complete.
Job. And again, Pine's got to hold on to that ball.
For about 22 yards and a 1st down.
Jump back into his mitts, and he's able to down it about the 43-yard line of the St. Mary's Knights. So a nice play selection there to roll out. And of course, Strawbridge doing a great job delivering that ball, and Nine's able to squeeze it, temporarily at least.
Yeah, it rebounded right back up into his hand, so he was pretty fortunate on that play. It could have been a costly turnover at that point.
And the gods of football obviously shining on Mr. Pine there, but nice job for him to gain 1st down inside St. Mary's territory.
Well, a little bit of conversation going on here between referee Hazelton and referee Grev, seeing what's going on.
No flags on the play, bring up 1st down, but nonetheless, discuss to make sure they're on the same page. And again, these officials do a fantastic job, thankless job, but
yeah, and you know what, Scott? In contact with a lot of these guys, and they're looking for more referees. So those people at home that want to come out and try and make a difference in the local loop, it'd be great to see some of them get out here and help out. There's a lot of great athletes that were former players, and they know the game. Be beneficial to them.
58 with a nice stop by the St. Mary's Knights. 58 Wesley Tate on the stop. Busno trying to get away, and nice short tackle, bring him down. Wesley Tate for the tackle. Looks like Ryan Katie might be
for almost a yard.
favoring his right shoulder there, but stays in the game. 2nd and long on the play. Gain of a half a yard, so 2nd and a long 9. A little bit of motion, moving outside, wide right. Hassan cuts back. Nice gain out to the 35-yard line, still short of 2 yards.
Yeah, looks like he got 7.5 there. Going to leave them a short 2 to get for 1st down.
And nice job by the Wolverines to march, mixing up the run and the pass. So
39, Tyler Katie.
See if they can finish this one
with
off.
the stop, sets up 3rd and 2.
Adam broke that one out wide, and then he cut it back in. And
yeah. And nice job of recognizing where his holes open up and some of his blocking ahead in the 2nd phase. So Hassan with a nice run there. Strawbridge out to pass. Ball's tipped and picked off. And it's Katie with the interception. He's looking to go all the way. He's got to get those wheels rolling. He could go. Brought down by Strawbridge about the 28-yard line.
Into the hands of Tyler Katie. He takes it about 45 yards downfield.
45 yards on the recovery, the interception, and the ramble. And he's had eyes as big as saucers there looking for pay dirt, but a long-legged Strawbridge able to track him down. But nonetheless, nice turnover by the interception for the St. Mary's Knights, and they'll
Not
take
sure we got
over
a handout
inside
at
the
the tip, but
Wolverines.
It was just
Tyler
enough to
Katie
pop it
almost
up.
went off on that last play. He was hobbling a little bit,
Ball
and
was marked at
then
about the 30-yard
he
line
toughed it out, and it was good
of the
good for the St.
Wolverines.
Mary's
It'll be
Knights
first and
there. He
10.
made that pick, and
And we spoke of the football gods, and obviously they're rewarding him. He was, as I mentioned, favoring his right
Strawbridge
shoulder, but
makes the
didn't
tackle.
show any sign of
Touchdown saving
wear
tackle.
on that one, and able to
We got
pad
a
his
minute and 4
stats.
left in the third quarter.
His dad, Ryan Katie, a great football player in his own right and a great coach. Now involved with the SMFL, so nice job by Mr. Katie on the interception.
well, St.
Pitch
Mary's is back
outside.
to the run here.
It's outside, looks like 33. That's Perot Didier, I believe.
Mark Jackson with
Nope,
another good
Diego
run.
Garcia, sorry. Oh, no, 23.
DJ
is it?
Pine with the tackle. But we do have a flag
You are
around the
correct.
15-yard line.
I was listening to Phil Bambaco. It was Diego Garcia on the carry. Nice gain. And they do a nice job there. Hayes hitting man in motion, just leading him out with the ball and able to make the corner. And nice
Yep.
pickup on the play.
There are too many men.
Too many men against the White Pines Wolverines. So again, shooting themselves in the foot. And that's got to be frustrating for the coaches and for the Wolverines. They give out the play, the big gain,
Too
and
many
then
men.
too many men
First down.
will push the
Upset.
ball
As the
further.
referee said,
Final last scrimmage.
Yeah, the coach has got to be pretty aware of who's on the field and do a count.
Too
I know
many men.
we always did that, you
on
know.
the field
And
for White Pines, that's 10-yard penalty.
you get enveloped up in the
Automatic
game,
first
and
down.
you don't get to see somebody substituting and not coming off, right?
Yeah. And in the first half, you can chalk it up to kids not being aware, and in the second half, it becomes substitutions and guys that are taking a breather because they're going both ways. So you have to substitute different kids, and sometimes they don't get the memo, and obviously that's going to hurt the Wolverines. Another 10 yards, but hopefully they'll be able to.
Oh, he
Hand
shot
off to
that gap
Jackson.
pretty well
He's
there.
hit
Somebody lost a
almost
shoe there.
immediately by 32.
Hunter Jackson with the carry, loses a
J.D.
shoe on the play, but gains
Boyer.
a couple yards on the play. J.D. Boyer, I believe, was
Jackson
the
blows a
big stop.
tire. He's gonna
Yeah, he
have
shot
to
that
fix
gap.
the
He
shoe.
came right out of nowhere. I don't know if Coach Depot blitzed him on that play, but he shot that gap, and he was in the backfield right after the handoff.
Yeah, and a nice job by Boyer on the defensive side, and blew a shoe for Hunter Jackson, so he'll come out. Nope, stayed in the game. Tightened up his tires, and he's ready to roll again. So 8.2 seconds in the third quarter. We've got a great game here, 14-12. The White Pines Wolverines leading. St. Mary's trying to take the lead for the first time in the game. After going down 14-0, looks like a timeout.
St. Mary's is called the timeout.
Charged to the St. Mary's Knights. So Bonferro and company looking to get it inside the red zone and maybe make some points here. Make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of disconcern on which play call they had in. Coach Thompson and Coach Bonifero in the huddle there, getting things reorganized. And we're going to see what kind of alignment that Coach Depot makes on the White Pines side to see if they can keep controlling that run.
And you hate to use a timeout as it might come back later to haunt you, but almost at the end of the third quarter here, so only one quarter to play, and still having 3 timeouts in your pocket, it's one that they can afford to waste. And if it's means they get the call in that they're looking for in the lineup and the personnel they need, then it's not a waste at all, but a good strategy. So
we're still looking at about second and 12. We'll see how this rolls out. We got 8.2 on the clock. I don't know. Coach Bonifaro is staying in that huddle pretty long here. We're going to see what's going on.
well, referee Grev is going to probably blow him up soon and say, "Let's go, coach. Time to play." At the junior ranks, you want to give them a little bit of a buffer, a couple extra seconds just to get the play in. In senior loop, that would probably be rushed a little.
Yeah, I think the
Little
referees
more.
are pretty lenient on, until it gets down to the nitty gritty there. It's This is a learning development part of high school sports, right? So.
And it is early in the season as number 11 takes it on the end around, 33 out to block, with 7 sheds that block. Able to step up, number 11.
Contalena with a good hard
David
run.
Belanger on the stop, Contalene,
Gets to
and
the
grabs
outside,
a couple on the
gets
carry.
inside the 20 at the very least.
Dreon Busno able to help out with the tackle with Belanger.
Busno and Belanger.
Yeah,
what
we've
they-
called
the
that name
tackle.
out quite a bit today. He's making a lot of great plays for those White Pine team.
Absolutely.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And a lot of those players vying for that Athlete of the Game award. Of course, sponsored by Wendy's and Team Essentials. Saultsports.com honors the top athlete of the game every time we cover these high school games, both junior and senior, in the regular and the postseason. And we will select a player from each of these teams who will be awarded a Wendy's gift card and a Team Essentials t-shirt for our athlete of the game. Well,
we're flipping the table here. They're back on right in front of us down here. We're going to get a bird's eye view of what's going on.
So best seat in the house. If you're at home, come on out here. We got a beautiful Friday Night Lights coming on. Second half of this doubleheader brings the St. Mary's Knights 1-1, coming off a loss. As we have dinner delivered, thank you, Coach. Facing those White Pines Wolverines, hoping the senior program gets off to a good start and secures their first win of the season.
You mentioned it was Jimmy's 55th yesterday.
And Alex Hayes taking the snap at the 18-yard line. Looking to score.
A little pitch out.
Pitch out to number 33, Diego Garcia. Has got 23, Jackson with the block. Somebody fights through 19.
Diego Garcia takes it, runs around the end.
Through that block and able to stop.
By Adam Hassan.
Yeah, you got him down. I think they're still going to be about 1 yard short, looks like, Scott.
Okay, so that'll bring up decision time, or is that the third down now? Or is it 4th and 1? Looks like they spotted it about 2 away.
Oh, he went the wrong way with the...
I think with sticks, yeah. So we'll have to get confirmation. I think it's 4th down now, so they got a decision. 4th down and 2.
Is Coach Bonifero going to gamble? My bet is yes.
I would say yes. I think at the junior division, I haven't seen a consistent kicker for the St. Mary's program. I'm not sure who's in charge of the field goal duties. Although Micah Cuglietta has been doing the kickoffs. But under center, we have Hayes, hands off to Jackson. Jackson's able to turn the
Jackson
corner.
Stays on his feet, dodging a couple.
Able to get enough
tackles.
for the first down, but not enough to score, bringing down or going out of bounds at the 3-yard line. So we'll bring up first and
goal. Not sure how far he got.
Looks like we got some of the senior coaches starting to rumble in. Let's give
Adam
a big
with another tackle.
Shout out, happy birthday to St. Mary's legendary head coach Jim Monaco, turning the big 5-5.
He can't drive 55, but
wow, Coach Monaco's even got a hat on tonight, so must all new hats for the senior team here. They're all sporting new hats, looks like.
Must be a birthday present for the big Jim, so congratulations and many more, Coach Monaco. Well done. Thank you for your time and effort over the years with the
number 29
St. Mary's program.
J.J. Perot Didier.
All right.
Touchdown, St. Mary's.
29 for the St. Mary's Knights. Yahim Perot Didier scampers in for the score, in from 3 yards. And we're busy talking about Coach Monaco. We missed a great run by Didier, and he takes it in, giving the Knights the first lead of the game, 18-14. I imagine here they'll go for the single. So we'll probably see Cuglietta out to kick, unless number 11's doing the duties for this one. But up 4, there's no magic counter. There's no formula for this one. It says you go for 2, so I imagine just a single to make it a 19-14 game. So
not sure I agree with you on that one, Scotty. I think they're going to gamble here again and try and get 2 points. 2 points that'll give them a 6-point game, and that's 2 field goals, right? So they're lining up in that formation.
There you go, being a genius again, Coach. Nicely done. Alex Hayes in shotgun, low snap, rolls out. He's got a man wide open. All he needs to catch, and the ball comes loose. So did he cross the plane of the goal? Wait, see the spot.
Hayes
no.
to Jackson. The pass is complete, but it's bobbled before he crosses the
indicated a no catch on the play.
Line.
Yeah, he looked like he was very close, but looks like
Extra
referee
point,
Hazelton made the call and said he did not get in before that ball came out. So
Nathan Grantzik covering the ball on the 3, but obviously that's not the goal they were looking for, and it appeared real close from here at least across the field that he had crossed the line, but ruled on the play a no catch, no completion. Ball popped out. Nice stick by the Wolverine, if that's what made it pop out, and holds the Knights to a 4-point lead. So that could be the difference.
Adam Hassan had raced out there and made the punch out. So
is that what it was? Okay. So a nice job. All Jackson had to do is secure the ball. He did that nicely, and forging forward to the goal line, Hassan made the pop and popped that ball out of the grasp of Jackson, and resulting in a unsuccessful 2-point tries. So,
but solid drive nonetheless from the St. Mary's team. Drove the ball down the field and got the points they needed to take the lead. First lead of the game for them. And we're going to see what White Pines can do to see if we can get an answer.
And don't expect White Pines to roll over and die here. 18-14, still a ton of game left. 10-10 to go in the fourth quarter. And they have a solid, a very explosive offense led by Marquise Strawbridge. He's been throwing the ball well. He's got some weapons. And if they can stay fresh and get down the field, they're going to be looking to score early and often here. But like I said, momentum, big thing in junior football or football in general. St. Mary's has the momentum right now. Little scrib kick, bounces high in the air, number 44, and there's Surratt again with a beautiful play. He might have had a chance to run for a couple, but he's doing what he's told. Great play by Ethan Surratt
First and 10, White Pines.
Fall on the ball and give his team a chance to make something happen here.
Yeah, it looks like he's been pretty well coached on that. That's 2 times in a row they've went to him, and Coach Boniferro not electing to kick it deep on that one. I was a little bit surprised. A little bit of wind could have pinned the White Pines Wolverines a little bit deeper, but he chose to just get it over that second line in the schematic for the special teams, and White Pines going to take over here and see if they can put a drive in and put some points on the board in the fourth quarter here.
And some of these kids have actually put some big boots on this, both in the junior game last night and tonight, driving almost to the end zone. So it's, like you said, a little shocking to see them not go the long ball, force them to go the distance. Wow. What a beautiful pass by Strawbridge out to number 4, Jacob Day. With a catch and run for about 22 yards
and a first down.
Out to the 55 at midfield, but what a laser.
Oh. That was a money throw. Right on the numbers, got him right straight and where the numbers were, and got a big gain out of that one and moved the ball up the field here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get back to that running game, though. I think it was pretty successful for them, so we'll see what shakes out.
And even better about that throw is that it was over a defender and just nestled into the nice soft zone underneath. And Day, all he had to do was squeeze it, ran for another 10 yards and pick up a 22 on the play. So, oh, ball's low down. Number 19. Oh, maybe recovered by St. Mary's.
Knights come up with the ball.
I think man in motion there. Number 19 came across Hassan, and I think the snap hit somebody in the mix there. Ball fell to the ground. Ball retrieved by 76 maybe. Dominic Cavalier having himself a big game again, so well done.
Comes up with the ball for St. Mary's. They'll take over first and 10.
And again, just that sloppy exchange, quarterback and center. Been a problem a few times today for those Wolverines for both sides. Having some trouble with that quarterback center exchange. And that's again the trouble with the shotgun or the challenge sometimes. So the White Pines Wolverines back on defense. St. Mary's
unfortunate turn of events there for White Pines, but beneficial for the St. Mary's group here, and we're going to see if White Pines can make a stop finally in the second half here and see what's going on.
Got a blitz from the White Pines Wolverines. Nice job, 55 shot
he
through
was in
there.
the backfield right for the handoff almost.
23 Hunter Jackson with the
Jackson
carry.
hit almost immediately by number 55 with the Wolverines.
Lawrence Solomon Ward having nothing to do with that.
For a loss.
Big loss on the play. Probably loss of 6-7 yards. So bringing up 2nd and 16.
Looked like Coach Depot sent the farm there, Coach.
Well, they're blitzing on the left side of the package.
Loss of 6 yards.
In the grooves there, and Solomon Ward able to just shoot through on his own, beat his man, and stop him cold. Did he with Hunter Jackson in the backfield? Loss of 6 on the play. So well done by the Wolverines. Let's see if they can maintain some consistency on his defense. And they're blitzing again, looking for something to come unglued. And looks like another pass intended for no one.
Looks downfield.
Another no call on the grounding or
that was
intentional grounding, but harm's way.
A little bit surprised that wasn't. He must have gave him credit for getting out there. I wasn't sure he was outside the tackles. So,
yeah. So again, what coach is talking about is when a quarterback rolls out, if he is outside the tackle box, he's able to throw the ball to the ground with no receiver in sight without penalty. If he's stuck in that pocket and throws to an area where there is no receiver.
Well, we got
usually a penalty.
We got 3rd down and 16 here. I wouldn't be surprised to see St. Mary airing it out here.
And empty backfield, but they go to 23. Hunter Jackson, he's got a few blockers, cuts back in, might have had the corner, but able to get out to the 50. Still short, 7 yards, so
Hand
bring
off
up
to Jackson.
4th and 7.
He follows a couple of great blocks.
Should probably be a
Gets
punting
to the 50-yard
situation.
line
Up by 4.
for an 11-yard rush. That'll set up 4th down.
But again, hang on to your hat.
I don't know.
Could get hairy.
You know, Coach Bono reminds me of the Washington Commanders head coach Riverboat Ron there. He's our own version here at Sault Ste. Marie, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him get a little trickery in there and see if they can get that 1st down, control the clock here. It's about 6:51 left. We'll see what he's got planned. He's called that timeout, and he's obviously going to do something.
And of course, Coach Baz talking about Ron Rivera, I believe, former Chicago Bear.
Chicago Bear.
I don't know any Chicago Bear fans, but
my dad is actually.
Haven't been very vocal in the last few years, but again, nonetheless, Ron Rivera, great coach, and like you said, a little gunslinger like his, like Coach Bonifero, who you never know when the fur is going to fly with him. So anyway, we'll see what he brings on 4th down.
He gets creative, that's for sure, and he's having a pretty good chat with these guys, giving their assignments, making sure they understand what's going on. So.
That might be his tell right there, where he's pretty animated in that huddle, and dancing and seeing what the call is. So we'll settle in here with 6:51 to go, and we'll see what kind of excitement we have in store for us. Yeah, great finish coming up.
They got 7 yards to go for a 1st down, so I think maybe it's an option for the kicker. If he sees something, the lane's open to go. If not, give it a run.
And he's got a lot of upbacks there, so maybe he breaks them out in blocking, and not much of a push from the
what a
White
kick.
Pines side. Again, there's a great kick by Cuglietta. Number 7, Dreon Busno.
Dreon Busno
with a nice job. Big stick at the 33.
Michael Cuglietta, who also makes the tackle.
I'm just flabbergasted, Scotty. I can't believe how far he kicked that ball. For junior football, that's an outstanding kick.
And you know what? That was 3 facets of that play where textbook junior football at its best, right? Big kick by Cuglietta, pounding it down inside the 5. A nice reception by Dreon, returned out past the 30, and an absolute beautiful tackle to stop his forward progress at the 34. So again, this football we get to watch for $5 or whatever the price of admission. You're getting your money's worth and then some. So come on down here to the field house at Superior Heights. We got a conclusion of this game, 18-14, with the Knights leading the Wolverines.
Remaining in the game.
We got nothing to do tonight. 7:30 brings the senior Knights versus the senior Wolverines in another heavyweight tilt. Another great football action here on Friday. So Strawbridge hands off inside.
Oh, another flag on the play here. We're going to see what's going on.
And scrambles out to the 40.5 yard line.
I'd have to say, you got to think maybe a hold here, Scott. Usually referee
usually
Grev.
DJ Pine with the carry, picking up about 6'7". What?
Heath Jordan.
Flag in the backfield. Illegal substitution on St. Mary's. So
Heath Jordan gave the panel with the tackle.
Must have been the last one on. I don't think I've seen anybody run on late there.
Nope. But Knights gracious enough to give back a few penalty yards after the White Pines was so nice to grant the Knights some extra real estate. So they declined the penalty. Pickup of 7 on the play, so it brings up 2nd and 4
for the Wolverines.
So pickup of 6 rather.
I'm not sure I would have did that personally, but Coach Bujold must have a philosophy on what he's planning to do there. So
absolutely. So now it goes to 2nd down after 1 more yard. Strawbridge looking the ball.
Watch snap.
Bad snap again.
Ball's between the feet.
Little fight by Strawbridge to retain possession. We lost a few on the play. Now that illegal substitution, is that a 5-yard penalty, Coach?
Yeah, 5-yard. It would have given them first down from the 39, and
instead of
only needing 5, and now they're, unfortunately with the bad snap, it didn't help them any, but they're backed up again. So I think this should be 3rd down, not Scott?
2nd and 7 now.
3rd and 7 it should be, but Coach Bumbaco is electing to call 2nd 7 as indicated on the field, but because the play was, or the penalty was declined rather. Because the penalty was declined, it should be third down, but coach or referee Hazelton blowing it down and reorganizing this. So I think cooler heads will prevail, and we'll look to move that to third and down, if my numbers are correct. And Biagini instructs.
There we go.
Our helpers here, 3rd and 7. We're on top of things here at the field house. So nice snap there. Roll out by Strawbridge, throws a nice ball. Oh,
Strawbridge looks to pass.
58 on the play on the defense. Wesley Tate.
He has Damon Belanger.
Just interrupts enough.
Round about the 50, but the fall is
incomplete. Pass to Damon Belanger. Tough catch to make, but.
Yeah, I was really surprised. He tried to get it all with trying to hit Damon Belanger, and Jacob Day was wide open here on the sideline. Would have got him the first down and then some. So unfortunately, that's the decision he made, and they're going to see on 4th down what they're going to do here.
I didn't see any kickers coming in, so it'll be 4th and 7. No personnel changes, so maybe they're going to go for it on 4th. Late in the game, you got Day back deep, and they are going for it. Strawbridge rolls out, good pursuit. 76 looking to flush the quarterback out.
Strawbridge gets rid of it downfield, falls incomplete.
76 on the pressure. Dominic Cavalier again having himself a game.
Turnover on downs. St. Mary's will take over.
St. Mary's defense has definitely shown up here in the second half of this game. They haven't allowed any points since the first quarter, so some great adjustments, and we're going to have to see if White Pines here can get a stop and get the ball back before St. Mary's puts a little more points on the board.
We got a great senior
tilt. Again, 4:38 in the junior program, or junior game is a lifetime. Time enough for a couple more drives back and forth. So again, at this point, Wolverines need a stop here to keep it a 4-point game. The Knights might have different ideas here. So again, the momentum and the progress has all been St. Mary's here in the second half. I thought White Pines were going to go back to the run and establish that, but haven't been able to. But let's give some props to the St. Mary's defense, who, like I said, have made some adjustments and are making things happen. So White Pines looking to maybe get a turnover here and swing momentum their way.
Oh, great pass. Got him wide open.
And number 12, Micah Cuglietta in for the touchdown.
Right over the middle.
Fire pass crossing over the middle. Split right down the middle. Delivered the ball to Cuglietta, and 37 yards later, number 12 for the St. Mary's Knights crosses the goal line for a 24-14 lead, so a 10-point lead here. And the Knights continue their great second half.
It sure didn't look like White Pines was ready for that quick snap, and usually they take a little bit more time. And he hit Micah right on the in the seam there, and he ran it right up the middle for a touchdown.
I like how you referred to him as Micah Parsons, great Dallas Cowboy. But anyway, you can tell what's on Coach's brain.
Kick is up and good.
Kick is up and good to make it 25-14. So 25-14 is your lead for those Knights. The only consolation about that, I guess, is they scored early, and now the White Pines Wolverines get the ball back, and it's in their hands to do some damage here with 4:19 to go. They'll obviously need 2 scores, but it starts with 1, so they'll take the ball on the kickoff return. Hopefully expect a good return from Jacob Day, DJ Pine, whoever's back to take those. Hassan has returned a few today, so they're looking for something quick because they need now 2 scores.
Yeah, for sure. They gotta do something to flip, get back in the game. But in junior football, you never know with anything, right? One long run can turn the tables, and right now St. Mary's is in the driver's seat, but it's up to White Pines to make a decision to see if they can get back in and call some plays that work. A little bit of inexperience I'm seeing tonight from Marquis Strawbridge. He's been playing really well. He threw some really great ones there, and I don't know if his line's not holding up for him, but if he can muster it up to make a couple of more good passes, he could spring somebody loose for a long one and get White Pines right back in the game.
And we talked about the sloppy play. There's been a few turnovers, a few fumbles, a few balls hitting the deck, and maybe that's what all that the Wolverines need, or one bounce their way, and we'll see what happens Mike Cuglietta back to kick. I'm hoping he's going to put it deep, and he does. And again,
he
a big
pounded it.
boot drove it into the end zone, takes a favorable St. Mary's bounce. And Hassan is going to have to work to get that out of bounds, or out of the end zone, rather. He does. Able to break one tackle, but 45 and 36 up on the tackle for the
boot by
Knights.
Cuglietta.
36, Brian
Hassan
Sonic.
does well.
45, Ren Levesque on the
yard line.
coverage. And again, how from the 45, a junior football kicker is able to pound it on a bounce into the end zone is remarkable, and true testament to some of the talent here on the field. If you're here watching the game, if you're watching here on Saultsports.com, you have been treated to one heck of a ball game. Be sure to join us for the senior football tilt we have this evening for you, starting at 7:30. Come on back and watch some great football.
Micah's, Micah Cuglietta, his dad, longtime soccer player in Sault Ste. Marie. Obviously, he's got his dad's genetics for kicking, because Mike was a pretty good player back in his day, and it's pretty evident here. He's got a powerful leg, and he's really pounding that ball for them.
And when you look at him, he doesn't look like a solid kid. He's lanky, but doesn't obviously has a big leg, and all those years playing soccer probably obviously helps out. You got Nate Carter, Ty Koski, some of these guys in the senior division that kick a big ball, and that's just thanks to playing years and years of soccer. So a great kick by Cuglietta, pinning those guys deep. The White Pines, the team that is, in the end zone. And it looks like the ball's hit the deck again, number 9, but it looks like we downed on contact. PJ Pine with the carry out to about the 10-yard line.
But it was blown dead.
But it was blown dead right away, and the Wolverines will retain the ball.
Yeah, you got a good chunk there, 6 yards, but looks like St. Mary's is making a concentrated effort to try and rip that ball out every time the guys are running, right?
And again, the clock runs, so yeah, nice job tackling by committee by the Knights. And again, like I said, they're trying to strip the ball. White Pines has to get up on that ball, especially when they keep the clock running. So we've lost another 25 seconds on this play, so the hurry-up offense will have to come in quick as they go up the gut again, and a nice heavy run
right up the middle.
He's going to be about 1 yard short on this one.
For Pine.
We'll give 58 the credit for the tackle as he caught Wesley Tate, caught the running back and fell backwards. So
41.
Nice hard
Gabe
run.
Bafano.
Gabe Bafano with the
With
tackle
a good hard
too.
tackle.
I think if White Pines wants
First
to
down,
score
White
here,
Pines.
I think they got to try and get it in playmaker Adam Hussein's hands here. He's got the speed. If he can turn a corner and get some significant yards or even a score, it would really help them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So they'll probably throw a little motion here. One back in the backfield. Looks like a broken play. Marquis Strawbridge. There's a flag on the play. Strawbridge has to go it alone.
Confusion in the backfield. Strawbridge elects to run it.
Yeah, Adam Hussein grabbed a hold of the St. Mary's defender and flung him to the ground there, so I'm pretty sure that's what the hold was called on.
Okay, so the White Pines Wolverines will be moving back inside the 3-minute mark.
Sonic,
so
Tyler Cady with tackles.
Sonic and Cady on with help for the Knights on the tackle.
First down repeated, back 10.
Back
That'll be a
10 for
10-yard
the White
penalty
Pines
for the Wolverines for holding. They'll repeat first down.
So again, not the complete difference in the game, but certainly a factor negatively affecting those Wolverines are these penalties, either for offside or for holding, encroachment, unsportsmanlike, all contribute to their offense moving backwards. Obviously, they're under the shadow of the goalposts here, so they'll have a long way to go, starting from the 5. Strawbridge rolls out. He's looking deep. He's got a man. Oh, and the ball is caught. Oh, my gosh. Rewind that on your computers, ladies and gentlemen. Who was it from St. Mary's that almost had an interception? 45, I believe. Ren Levesque with a ball running through his
to the 49-yard line. First down, White Pines.
Yeah, and then we got a late flag there, so I'm not see what referee Fitzpatrick saw. I didn't happen to see. Maybe they got a little crowded in there. You may have seen a hold or something going on, but needless to say, he's made the call, and we're going to find out here soon.
We'll see what that could be. That could be the difference in the game. Ball running through the St. Mary's Knights' hands into the hands of number 4, Jacob Day.
After first down was made.
After first down was made, says the referee. We're going back 10. So a penalty against the White Pines Wolverines. They're moving back 10 after a completion brings it out near the 50.
At the end of the
I'm not sure what the call was.
Oh, it looked like a hold, Scott.
A hold on it. Okay. So on the
penalty was incurred after
on the completion,
after
the first down, St. Mary's White Pines is assessed a holding call.
First down.
But again, a circus catch there after it went through. Should have been an interception, turns into a reception. Ball for the Wolverines on the 38-9-yard line, sorry. Sweep to Hassan, as you mentioned, looking to get the ball in his hands, missing one block. He's still alive. He's going to scramble back. He's got the field reversed. He might maybe be able to make a run for it. Out past the midfield to the 52-yard line. So making something out of nothing.
He ran 35 to gain the 19.
Looked like St. Mary's had him all wrapped up there, and he reversed field and then cut it right back up. I think if he would have kept going towards the sideline, he might have had a wide open field that can finish it up.
I think the players on both sides of the ball were confused that he was coming back their way, and some of them forgot to block. And like you said, had he gone to the outside, might have been able to break it long. But Parker Hickey, number 32, with the tackle on the play. But again, you called it earlier that you got to get the ball into your playmaker's hands, that being Hassan. So you can expect he sees the ball a little bit in these last few minutes. Ball rush by 76, Cavalier. Ball is thrown up, flag on the play in the middle of the field.
DJ Pine, but we do have a flag.
DJ Pine, your intended receiver.
Looks like referee Fitzpatrick's got somebody for a hold down in the line there, Scott.
Okay. So we'll wait to see that call. Remember that athletes of the game who Coach Baz is going to choose here, and he's going to scour some of these honorable mentions here, and we'll pick for Wendy's and Team Essentials the Saultsports TV athletes of the game. Also thanking our sponsors, Northern Sports Excellence, Freeze Frame Photos by Bob Davies, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, Maximus Rose, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and True House Sports Radio. If you want to have your business highlighted, contact us at saultsports@gmail.com. And if you're interested in being a sponsor, and make sure that you continue to support our sponsors as they support our Sault Ste. Marie High School football, loop, and all sports here in the Sioux. So saultsports.com, glad to bring you this game. Stick around, we got 2 minutes left and a great finish here. Tough snap again, hits the deck, and St. Mary's looks like they've recovered the ball.
It looks like there was another flag on the play here. I don't know if who was offside here, but referee Biagini's made the play. I would think it might be on St. Mary's that they were in the neutral zone there at the snap. So
76 Dominic Cavalier covers it again.
My mistake. Procedure
against White Pines.
Penalty was against White Pines. It is declined. St. Mary's ball.
That's a tough one for White Pines. That snap's not getting back there, and that rolled all the way. So for me, I think, Scott, the White Pines player of the game, I'm going to give a couple of honor mentions. First, I think DJ Pine had a hell of a game, as well as Drayden Busno. You know, they were all over the field and making the tackles and playing both sides of the field. So great honorable mention for those two gentlemen today.
Excellent, and obviously there's so many worthy choices for the player of the game, and it's a tough decision, and we consider all the factors, and again, great honorable mentions. Congratulations on a great game to both those All-Stars. We'll announce shortly what the player of the game is for both of these teams. Nice carry up the middle, handoff, 45, Ren Levesque.
J.D. Boyer with the tackle.
Nice carry.
You know, and for me, one of the other honorable mentions for St. Mary's has to be Tyler Cady. He's been in on a lot of defensive tackles. He made the big interception earlier in the game, toughed out a little bit of an injury there, and made a key interception in the game. So I think that was definitely a difference maker. So he stood out for me tonight as well.
Absolutely. So we'll bring you those player of the games in just a minute here as we round out the clock here. 1:40 to go. St. Mary's probably happy to run out the clock. Up 11 points. Hand it off inside to Levesque again. Levesque scrambles forward. We'll see where the spot. I think he's a short,
Levesque
about
again gets his number
2 yards.
I think he's going to be about 2
yards
short.
So it'll bring up a third
and
and 2.
3 yards.
And as I said, rolling the ball forward. I'd like to see the
again, J.D. Boyer with
Alex
tackle.
Hayes
Sets up
working the clock a little more.
3rd and 2 for the Knights.
Able to
from the 36-yard
tick
line
off
of
a
the
few
Wolverines.
seconds off the clock as they roll it in now.
Yeah, I'm sure
Not
Coach
to be-
Thompson's going to keep this on the ground and just eat up the rest of this clock, right?
Yeah.
They need 2 yards, and they've been pretty successful here in the second half. And I think you're under center here. You're going to see it again.
So again, on the ground, no gain for the play, so they're still short, bringing up a 4th and 2.
Lebec tries to follow the block.
45 is
Gets back to the
Lebec
line
with the
of scrimmage.
carry again.
Tackle by number
And
51.
I think at this point, you probably just
Caleb
scramble forward for a
McGarry.
couple yards. The punt really doesn't do you much good. Try to move the sticks.
Yeah, if,
1:04 to go.
if they can manage to get 2 more yards, that's great. And if they don't, they're going to leave White Pines with down, 11 points and trying to get back in the game. So not going to be a lot of time for them to do that.
75 yards to go if they don't get the first down. But 33 is nice job. 33
Diego
Great tackle.
Garcia.
Great tackle.
Garcia poised for the first down, but stopped on the play by 32.
J.D. Boyer.
J.D. Boyer for the White Pines Wolverines
Boyer
making the
again
stop.
with tackle.
So one last chance for White Pines Wolverines as a turnover on downs brings 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. And
That'll be a turnover
I
on
made
downs.
mention
White Pines takes over.
when the St. Mary's had the ball with 2nd down. I was hoping that Alex Hayes, the quarterback, was going to run a few extra seconds off. He broke the huddle early, ran up to the field, or ran up to the line and snapped the ball. It would be nice to see Alex just to take a few more seconds off the clock in a tighter game. That might be a difference maker. But again, they'll I'm sure they'll work with Hayes, who has had a great game for those Knights, to learn those little nuances of the game, and every second counts in a close game like this.
For sure, those are coaching opportunities, that in 4-down football are critical, but even more critical in the senior loop with 3-down football, right? You got to work that clock to your benefit and see how you can make it work. So.
And that's why I love when some of these coaches show up in the second quarter or the first quarter and they run their hurry-up offense just so they can get reps in case they need it at the end of a game to get back in a game or run the clock out. So it's nice to see some of these coaches making those adjustments, trying those reps within a game when it's not pressure-packed, and give their athletes a chance to see what it looks like at real time. It's certainly different than practice.
Yeah, it looked like there was a few substitutions there made and getting some players in the game that get some playing time in. So we're going to see these last 50 seconds run down and see what Coach Bujold just left the huddle there, see what he's got schemed up. But I would think we're going to see what they can do. And
so I see Heath Desjardins in for the St. Mary's Knights on the defensive line. So got a few subs here, and White Pines hoping to answer and score quickly so they have another chance to trim this 11-point lead. Nice ball thrown up by number 2 Strawbridge to number 4 Jacob Day.
Strawbridge with a deep pass
threw into
downfield.
double coverage,
Looks
and
like
at this
it was
time I
intended
think
for
it's
number 4 Jacob Day live.
scrambling
Complete.
to get anything you can deep. And obviously St. Mary's back in that prevent, allowing everything underneath. But 42, Marcus Spadafora, number 86, Evan Pachon in there on the defensive side for St. Mary's, doing a nice job to prevent that completion.
yeah, we've been treated to a pretty good game. The weather's been treating us really nice, and I think we're, for me, I think we're at that stage in the game where we can give that player of the game away. For me, I think the White Pines Wolverines player of the game is Jacob Day. He had a terrific game on offense and defense, made a bunch of long catches, and he was a difference maker for White Pines.
Strawbridge looks downfield and elects to keep it. He gains about 13, 14
Great job for
yards
him.
on the first down.
25, Bo Primo able to force Strawbridge out on the
Eventually run the bounds by
first
number
down
25
by
of the Knights.
Strawbridge. Gain of about
Primo.
25 on the play, but as we mentioned, your player of the game for White Pines Wolverines,
Jacob Day.
Jacob Day. So congratulations, Jacob. And 31.8 seconds to go.
And Scotty, who do you have in mind here for tonight for the St. Mary's Juniors here? I think for me, I think we're going to have to go with Dominic Cavalier. He was a force down there on the line. He had a great game, and like I said earlier, I know his grandfather's watching down. He's got a big cigar in his hand and a glass of wine, and he's celebrating the terrific game his grandson had today.
Salute to Dominic Cavalier, who's had a great game, as you mentioned. It's not often that we get to showcase those defensive players as we speak. Dominic Cavalier forcing a fumble, or at least an incompletion. Strawbridge going down hard as Cavalier
like
puts
comes up with the ball.
Statement, a punctuation on this.
Sammy Berzese with the recovery.
Yep.
So
that's
causing a fumble.
The O-line kind of
First and 10 St. Mary's with 27 seconds left.
Collapsed there, and quarterback Strawbridge took the brunt of that one for sure.
Yeah. And Cavalier with credit for the fumble recovered by St. Mary's, and St. Mary's will be able to run the clock down here with 27.4 seconds left. So, again, thank you, everybody at Saultsports.com. Thank you for watching. Don't be sure to join us at 7:30, where we're going to bring you the senior version of this epic matchup between the Knights and the Wolverines. You've been treated to a wonderful game here, 25-14, much closer game than 11-point deficit for the Wolverines indicates. Both teams playing a great game. No quit on White Pines right up to the last whistle here. They're going to be trying to turn the ball over. Yeah. Hayes probably trying to happy with running out the clock here.
Yeah, I think Coach Bono's doing the classy thing right here, taking the knee. No sense risking anything else from anybody else, or it's always the classy thing to take a knee at the end of the game.
And you don't want injuries on either side of the ball, obviously, with less than 10 seconds. The St. Mary's Knights will go to 2-1. The
Ladies and
White
gentlemen,
Pines
your
Wolverines
final score, St. Mary's Knights 25. White Pines
look
Wolverines
to next week
14.
to
a very good game. Ladies and
charge
gentlemen,
back
I
and
invite you to stay for the senior game.
As I mentioned, in 15 minutes we have the senior game between these Knights
out,
and Wolverines
well.
senior edition. So come on back. You've been treated to a wonderful game here. We thank both of those teams and the coaching staffs. Thanks to the fans. Thanks to you
every Thursday, Friday
watching
night.
on Saultsports.com. We're going to join you again in 15 minutes. So come on back. Grab yourself a refreshment. Enjoy your Friday night. We'll see you here. I'm Scott McPherson, joined by Coach Ray Bazois. We'll see you soon.